up? What's up? Hello, hello. I'm going to start this live stream as if it's a regular recorded video because I hope that some of you folks, if you do not get to join us during this, you catch the replay when this is published. So today I want to talk about money. Um, really, I want to talk about wealth. Money is just one form of wealth, but I want to talk about money, everything that is related to money, money making, everything that is connected to stewarding money, personal finance, um, how to manage money, how to invest money, things like that. We got some people here already. Awesome. Joji Baza, Life in the USA First. Awesome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by. Really enjoyed your live the other day. Looked like you're having a lot of fun dancing and just really looked like you were having a good time and seemed like a really cool person. Welcome, welcome. Vicky Lodi King, Rajput. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome, folks. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Very cool. Yeah, I just want to talk about money, and I know there's a lot of really smart people on YouTube that know a lot about money. I know a little bit, always learning and always looking to, learn how to invest better, manage my finances better. And as unapologetic preppers, I do believe in financial preparedness as well as just mental, physical, mental slash psychological preparedness, mental, maybe knowledge, learning, skill, psychological, how to prepare for tough times, unforeseen and slash or foreseen events, getting the things, stockpiling the things, saving the things, and also finances, preparing financially. Vay's Place, welcome, welcome, welcome. Joji Baza, Life in the USA. Thanks for visiting to my Zumba dance. Let's get fit together alive. Yeah, that was awesome. That looked like you having a lot of good time, and looked like you had a good group of people in there showing support. That was really nice. Definitely really nice. I definitely will always encourage during these live streams for you folks to connect with one another. It's one of the ways that we can help our channels grow, and it's one of the benefits of live streams is that we can reach each other's communities. So if you folks haven't hit the like button, please try to hit the like button. That would be greatly appreciated. And also, if you would feel compelled, if you feel like being super kind and helpful, please share the stream. I would like to get some different people join and get some different input, get some different ideas. I think that would be really cool. I think that would be a lot of fun. And I have to say, I am always impressed with the knowledge that is shared during these lives that we've had so far. It's really just awesome. So, yeah, I just want to discuss some different things. First of all, I believe that managing money is very important. Making money is one thing, keeping money is another thing, and growing money is another thing. I will say, Vay's Place, can I say a few things on your topic? Absolutely. I want you to say a lot. Say whatever you want, Verna. I definitely respect your intelligence and your opinion so far, so go for it. And I believe in open discussions. Food forest permaculture. Greetings, Colin and fellow Earthlings. What's up? What's up? What's up? Vay's Place and Food Forest Permaculture. Those folks are really just great. I definitely recommend connecting to their channels. Joji Baza, Life in the USA. Great channel. Just connected to them recently. Vicky Lodi King, Rajput. Just connected to them recently. But I would like you folks to connect, make those connections, support one another so we can grow together as a team. Joji Baza, done, shared to my community. Thank you so much. Very kind of you. Very kind of you. I appreciate that for sure. So, yeah, I'm going to perhaps meander in this discussion in my thoughts, but I just want to throw some random things out there and hopefully to teach you folks a thing or two, or at least make you think about a thing or two. And I'd love to learn from you folks. But, one of the things that I think is really sad, really arguably, in my opinion, because I don't believe things happen on accident. I believe it's an agenda. Is the lack of personal finance education in schools. That's public schools, private schools, and homeschooling. And just the lack of personal finance education, even lack of personal self education when it comes to personal finance, lack of personal finance education in the home, from parents teaching their children. It's definitely not it's not enough focus and energy being put towards learning about personal finance and investing, in my opinion. Food forest permaculture, thumbs up and shared. Awesome. Base place. I live on a fixed income. I have a very strict budget. The minute my money comes in, I pay my bills, then figure out how much I have and divide by the week so that I know what I can spend each week. That's great. That means you have a budget, and your budget might be, because of a fixed income, I assume, relatively fixed. Your budget might be pretty much the same all the time. But the thing is, you're budgeting and you're being responsible and you're thinking about paying those bills, staying on top of those bills, making sure that you're not falling behind, I assume. And that's very good. It's very good. Now, I will say, and at some point we might get into this during the discussion, that our currency in America, can't speak for the rest of the world, is fiat currency. It is essentially worthless, and it's only backed by the trust of the government. I should back up, by the way. I should back up and say, I know nothing. My giant disclaimer. I'm not a financial advisor. I don't have a degree in personal finance. I don't, whatever. So everything I'm saying is for entertainment, because only the experts with degrees spend a lot of money earning those degrees, arguably foolishly. Only they have opinions that matter, because they're the only ones that could read. They're the only ones that could study. They're the only ones who could figure things out. Sense any sarcasm there? Manang Saring TV, hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Awesome. In my budget, I put what I can towards prepping. That's great, because that's a form of preserving wealth and also possibly saving your life in the future. So that is smart. I think a portion of everyone's budget should be prepping. Now, as I've discussed in a previous live stream or live streams, when it comes to prepping. Now, financial preparedness, having a retirement account, that's a form of prepping. You're preparing for the future. Yeah, it's prepping. Whether you like it or not, that's prepping. It's preparedness. Okay? Having a little cash on the side, whether that's in a bank account and / or under the mattress, wherever you keep your cash. That's a form of prepping. Gold and silver. I'm a huge advocate for having gold and silver. Now, there's, for some reason, controversy when it comes to the preparedness community, whether or not gold or silver is good to have. I think it's stupid, because it should not be controversial. Gold and silver is absolutely good to have. Just like I believe in diversifying your portfolio when it comes to your retirement accounts, your investing, trading, equities, stocks, whatever, buying stocks. I also believe in just diversifying your investments overall. Now, wealth could be the accumulation of just resources, tools, equipment. That is wealth, not just money. And money is actually probably one of the worst ways to store your wealth. Land, that's wealth. Equipment, wealth. Tools, wealth. Water, wealth. Food, wealth. Health is wealth. So don't get so caught up just on money. When I say money, that was kind of just a word that I honestly figured might just get some attention and keep it simple, maybe. But really, the discussion's about wealth. Base place. Remember when we got the stimulus checks? I didn't spend money until I could figure out how to get the freeze dryer. So many could not figure out how my low income I could buy one. That's awesome. That's awesome. That's a good use. That's being a good steward of your finance, of your money. Very good, Verna. Very good. Food forest permaculture. Living off my food forest and hardening my squash for storing when there is nothing at the store. Saving my seed, fishing, foraging, caves, cob house, and tiny homes is the future. That is so awesome. That is so unbelievably awesome. Chickens, goats, and deep springs. Amazing. Amazing. Yep, I have TSP with my federal job. I'm not familiar with TSP. At least right now I can't think of what TSP is. Could you please clarify, Georgie Baza? Federal jobs, government jobs. Even if I have my opinions about the government, different discussion. Federal jobs can be great jobs. Great jobs. one of the reasons that they could be great jobs is because the government can waste a lot of money. I'm not saying everyone's income that works for the federal government is wasted. The federal government is amazing at wasting massive amounts of hard-earned taxpayers' dollars. Um, Federal employees, a lot of them do work very hard, very smart, very capable, very hardworking people, and some of them not so much. Keep it real here, folks. Keep it real. Thrift savings plan. Oh, I'm not really familiar with that, but thrift, thrifty, cool. Savings, good. Don't know anything about it. Yeah, $800 for a $5 wrench. Well, you might be talking about government spending, which is ridiculously wasteful. And if we all operated our personal finance budgets like the government did, we would all be in a really bad place financially. Um, that's fact. That's a fact. Um, so yeah. So I think it's important no matter where we are in life, as far as our age, um, where we are as far as our goals, our priorities, our dreams. I think it's important to always strive for more. And whatever our situations may be, I am a firm believer. I've always been a hustler, always been a hustler, always been entrepreneurial, always thought about ways to make money. Really grew up pretty much redeeming cans and bottles for 5 cents. Big part of my childhood, big part of my adult life. No shame in my game. I've done different things. I've gone dumpster diving before. Um, didn't have much luck. Didn't really know what to do with the stuff we might have found. I don't remember much about it. Not even just a thing to do with my friends at the time. But now, if I did it now, I think that'd be great because I think I'd be able to find some stuff that has value, and I would probably be more resourceful, more be able to see the value in things I could find in the dumpster. Maybe learn how I'd be more willing and more able to reuse things, upcycle, recycle things. I believe in all of it. Anytime you could find value and use things, I'm all about it. Dumpster diving, metal detecting, whatever, anything. I'm all about it. That is part of many people's problem. They're so far in debt to keep up with the Joneses instead of living within their means. I agree 100%, Base Place. Absolutely. And it actually ruins lives and ruins families. And it's absolutely horrible. And it's sad. I have, and I'm not even talking about years ago, I've spent money I shouldn't spend, for sure. For sure. Hindsight is 2020. I'm different with my money now than I was in my 20s, in my teens. Manage my money better now. But I can tell you that could really cripple people, and people that feel the need to keep up with the Joneses. They're It's exceedingly difficult or impossible for people like that to be happy. I was just talking to people, some friends recently, about being a minimalist and how being a minimalist is one of the best things you could be. Thinking like a minimalist is one of the best ways to think because you're happy with whatever you got. If you're never happy with whatever you have, you'll never be happy with whatever you have. Just saying. You want to do yourselves a favor, and if you have children, really raise your children well and equip them to be happy in life. Have them learn how to be happy with very little to nothing, like the essentials. Raise your children to have a relationship with God. We are Christians. We believe in the Christian faith. That's priority first and foremost for us. Then love. Raise them with love. So raise your children, have a relationship with God. After that priority, give your children love. After that, give your children the bare essentials: water, food, shelter, clothing, the basics. After that, periodically give them treats or gifts or things, but really get them used to being happy in their own skin, being imaginative, being creative, playing by themselves with nothing, not even toys, rocks, mud, sticks, whatever. That is one of the best things you could do when raising children, is to teach them to be minimalists. Then they're less likely to, like Verna from Vase Place said before, they're less likely to try to keep up with the Joneses. And that could cripple families destroy wealth and definitely stop intergenerational wealth if they just spend more than they're making. There's no intergenerational wealth there. Our ancestors would work so hard and try to build up a family fortune to pass on to their children. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. That's a beautiful, amazing thing to be able to have your children have more of a head start than you had, to have a better launching place, to be in a better, just start off better off than you were. That does not mean you have to spoil your children. That does not mean that your children should always expect constant stimulus and games and toys and clothes and nice cars. No, you can give your children money and give them opportunity when they are of the right age and responsible, and at the same time raise them to be happy being minimalists. You will do them a great service to raise your children to be minimalists. And if you folks are not minimalists, try to just strip yourself of material possessions and go on a strict budget, cut off your entertainment, and just really get back to the basics in life. And then over time, reintroduce those things, the games, the treats, the dining out, the vacations, whatever, reintroduce those things. And I argue that you will probably appreciate the games, the dining out, the treats, the vacations more if you go through a period of going without. That's my opinion. And it's also probably supported by common sense and psychological proof. Probably supported by psychology. All right, let me see what's going on in the chat. See what's up. We got some people here. Gardening Point DS Vlogs. Welcome, welcome, welcome. There's another awesome channel. Awesome channel. Definitely recommend connecting to Gardening Point DS Vlogs, folks. Just a great supporter. Been showing support in these live streams, and I really do appreciate that. Welcome, Gardening Point DS Vlogs. Welcome, welcome. It looks like there's oh, here we go. I might not have been able to scroll up. Let me just make sure I try not to miss anything here. I may not have much money, but I'm richer than most millionaires, Vase Place writes. I agree. We don't have a lot of money, but I feel unbelievably blessed and wealthy. I truly feel unbelievably blessed and wealthy. Praise God. Praise God. An amazing wife. We have 2 amazing sons. Blessed. My mother lives with us. She's great. I just feel blessed. I'm surrounded by a great church community of people who I've made friends with. I live in an amazing place surrounded by incredible people, generous, genuine, loving, caring people, many of which are Christians. Just incredible. I feel unbelievably blessed. Money is not the only form of wealth, as I said before. Joji Baza, Life in the USA. Nice topic here today, my friend. Thank you. Base Place. Teach your children to think outside the box instead of following the crowd. Absolutely. I believe I posted a video talking about, I'm not sure if it was this video, but it's a video, in my opinion, worth checking out, talking about how you should explain yourselves to your children. If you have time, check out that video. I think you might find it to be insightful, might find it to be valuable. Anong Saring staying active in the chat. Hello, awesome. Hi, everyone. Can't stay long. Just wanted to stop by and support the channel and say hi to everyone. We just released a new video for anyone who might be interested. Everyone stay safe. Storage Bandits, thank you for stopping by. You're awesome. There's another great channel, great supporter. Storage Bandits, I'll try to make a note. Let me write it down right now to stop by and check out your new video. Storage Bandits, they seem like they have fun over there. Seem like really cool people, really great supporters, just very kind. Thank you so much, Storage Bandits. Awesome to have you stop by. Awesome, awesome. Food Forest Permaculture. Luxury brings money problems. I agree. I agree. Luxuries, I forget the math, and if I thought about it, I could probably remember, but essentially it's like, don't buy the luxuries unless you have, in paraphrasing here, unless you have way more than enough money to buy it. If it's completely discretionary income or discretionary savings, whatever, way more than you think you need, like multiple times. You want a $250,000 supercar? Well, hopefully you got $1 million+ in the bank, chilling. Just saying. I mean, I don't know the exact formula or the advice, but hopefully you get the point. Don't just buy things when you have enough money, especially luxuries. Have much more than that. I told my wife, like, hopefully we become very wealthy. We're ambitious. We're working hard. We're trying to make things happen in our lives, and hopefully we will be blessed with a lot of money. If and when that happens, which hopefully it will, I think it will. I don't need a fleet of Mercedes. I would be absolutely happy with a few more Toyotas. We have a Toyota Highlander, beautiful, beautiful, amazing, awesome vehicle. It's, same company that essentially makes Lexus. Lexus is the luxury version of Toyotas. I would be more than happy with a few Toyotas and millions of dollars. More than happy. But then again, I might want to, 1960s, 1970s, 1980s muscle car. Dodge Viper would be nice. But I would make sure I would have way more than enough money before I would make that type of purchase. Hopefully. Awesome. People don't realize that there are many forms of spirituality and not all have to be Christian. For sure. For sure. There are different forms of spirituality, but as a Christian, I believe there's only one way, one path, and that's through Jesus Christ. I respect everyone's beliefs. I try to respect all people. I love all people, and as a Christian, I'm called to love all people. I will, as because of my beliefs, always try to encourage people to be Christian, because I believe that is what we should be doing. I do not put people down. I do not, but I would lie to you if I said that I think there's other ways. I don't, and I've lived life. I've studied a lot. I was a foaming at the mouth atheist, proverbial devil's advocate for over a decade. I know a lot of the arguments of atheists, and I've got plenty of rebuttals for those arguments. But yeah, it's an interesting topic. I would definitely like to talk about faith and theology another time. But at least if people are searching for spirituality, it means they're searching. They're searching. They're realizing they're asking the ontological questions of life. They're trying to understand. Trying to understand. There's more to life. Why am I here? Why do humans exist? Do we have a purpose? Things like that. Interesting topic. I don't want to get too much into that, but yeah, I am a Christian. I will always be a Christian. I was not always a Christian, but I always will be a Christian. And study, life experiences, science, even though people think science is mutually exclusive of God, some people think that, all push me towards God, to accepting and believing what I believe today. But yes, there are different forms of spirituality. Some of which, like a lot of new age spirituality and stuff like that, I do not support. I never will. And I think there's a lot of dark behind that stuff, and it's just lies. I believe the only way is through Jesus Christ. But that's what I believe. And if anyone is willing to, we can have arguments or volley discussions and get into things like that another time. I'd be open to doing that. I would not really want to do that through our YouTube channel, but more of like a separate private discussion. Absolutely open to that. I don't shy away from a healthy debate, a respectful debate, and I respect people's opinions because I believe that the Holy Spirit works through us all differently, and we all have our own paths, our own theological evolution, if you will. And I believe that, no matter what people believe, I'm called to love them. I love all of God's children. I love all people, even the ones I don't like. And that's, as Christians, we're supposed to do that. We're supposed to love all people. And if someone is not a Christian, I can still be friends with them. I can still hang out with them. We can whatever. I still have rules and boundaries and things that I do not allow to be said and done in our house, in our home, and certain things that I just don't accept as far as being said and done in front of our children. Otherwise, to each their own. But I will always, just like And I'm not trying to compare faith to something more trivial or unimportant as like cooking or something. But if I think I've got the best recipe for bruschetta, and someone else thinks they've got the best recipe for bruschetta, I'm gonna try to convince them or show them, have them try whatever my bruschetta, and think that my bruschetta is best because I think it's best, and I think it's best. So I'll leave that topic alone for now. Just got into it a little bit there, or maybe a lot of it, maybe a little bit, a lot of it. Food forest permaculture. I like that I am Earthling. Much love to all fellow Earthlings. Well, yeah, Earth is awesome. Earth is pretty cool, and Earth is full of a lot of really amazing people, and I think that being that we're called to love one another, I think we should just realize that there's amazing people everywhere, and that we should try to have compassion because everybody is trying to navigate life and just understand people around them, the world around them. And if we operate from the perspective of trying to understand and be compassionate, then I think that we're all just better off. We're all just better off. Oh, I missed some stuff here. All right, I missed some stuff. This thing is freezing on me. It's not scrolling. Well, either way, let me. I missed some stuff. Whatever. Food forest permaculture. Colin, good night. I'm very tired. I just finished picking all the squash. Peace and love, Earthlings. War is wrong. That's right. War is wrong, and it's against human nature. That is what us Christians would call the enemy, Satan, pitting people against one another. That's how war happens. War is absolutely wrong. And I could have that discussion and get into how there's been really no fruitful, righteous war ever. And people can say, well, what about? I've got answers or rebuttals or opinions, whatever you want to say. Different discussion. Simply Jan Homestead, welcome, welcome, welcome. There's another awesome channel. If you're not connected to Simply Jan Homestead, I definitely recommend connecting to Simply Jan Homestead. She's just a phenomenal supporter, super cool person. I met Jan, and in person, and she's just really cool, very cool type of person you feel like you could hang out with and just learn from. Gardening Point DS Vlogs, bye bye all friends. All right, all right. If you're saying goodbye to other people, that's nice of you, cool. If you are leaving Gardening Point DS Vlogs, thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate it. Hi Jan, just on my way out. Good night, sunshine. Blessings, gardening, blessings. Food forest permaculture, Manon. Simply Jan Homestead. Good night, Howie. I wonder what Manong means. I feel like I should know that. That's Tagalog. I feel like I should know what that means. My wife speaks Tagalog. Baseless. Colin, proof is in the tasting. Well, the proof is in my bruschetta is the best. Yes, the proof is in the tasting. And just like with faith, I mean, the proof is in people's knowledge, their reading, their understanding. In my faith, we'd say how the Holy Spirit something strange is being said. Yeah, look at that in just a moment. Yeah, the proof is in the tasting, but I do believe that the proof is, the individual has their own walk with the Holy Spirit, and the individual experiences, understanding, knowledge. When people just, do their own research, have their own life experiences, and they feel their instincts, their gut feelings, and they feel moved by the Holy Spirit, then, we've all got our own paths. I just hope everyone's path leads to Christ. And that's my opinion, my belief. I know that to be true, but to each their own. And if people are not there, I hope that they do get there at some point. And my beliefs are sacred and unyielding to me. I'm not even going to read that. Yeah, it's definitely gonna get rid of that ridiculousness. You know, if people have, if they're, I'm just gonna hide user. If people are gonna come and show up and say stupid things that literally don't even make sense, and they're not even gonna volley a conversation and like um, say something intellectual, have a a valuable input or anything like that. Even if I disagree with it, I could disagree with people. That's fine. But just to show up and try to essentially be insulting, passive aggressive, whatever. Yeah. See you later. Colt do the most. That's just ridiculous. Um, yeah, I would just say that's you know Satan working through people like that, just trying to say some horrible, stupid, disgusting things. Simply Jan, Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life. Amen. Absolutely, absolutely. And one thing I'll do is one thing I won't do is change my beliefs and what I say, even if that for me it's like God first and foremost. I could absolutely shy away from those discussions. It might have even damaged the success of this live stream. That's okay. I have no problem. Simply Jan, Jolt didn't make sense. Yeah, he was actually just trying to say like, "Oh, blessings to the cow," trying to call cow God or whatever. That's like what a lot of atheists do. They just start insulting people because they don't really have any arguments a lot of the times, and it's just something it's childish. Somebody will like ask questions. That's fine. Somebody were to say they disagree or have a different belief, totally fine. Different beliefs, totally fine. But to show up and just immediately insult, essentially, I mean, I think that's what that was, to mock Christians. I have a strong feeling that person probably does not really worship the cow. And if they do, well, they're an idiot. So there's that. Manang Saring, thank you for staying active. Thank you for staying active. Hope you are well. Hope you are well. Yeah. Yeah, to each their own, really. And at the end of the day, we're all God's children. And even that person with their foolishness and they're trying to, not even, I'm not going to spend any more time thinking about it, but whatever they were trying to accomplish, I don't think anything was accomplished. They took their time and tried to do really nothing, not even have an intellectual discussion or debate or anything. Even though I'm not really going to start debating my faith and theology here on this platform because it's useless and I'm not going to get into it. But as I was saying before, I will not back down from a debate. I welcome a private debate separately. I'm not going to turn the whole live stream into that, even though I think that God God always comes first. And if the live stream turns into me talking about God and praising God, then so be it. That's exactly what I will do. It's exactly what I will do every single time. And if I don't, it's not that I am rejecting God for sure. It's not that I am not putting God first. It's just that I don't feel like having the discussion be about God at that time. But God is still first and foremost in my life, even if I'm not talking about Him. Simply, Jan, I will never shy away from the one and only true Lord. I will only confess my loyalty to Jesus. Amen. Me too. And that's how it goes, and that's how it is. And as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. We always will. So, just to circle back, actually, my brain just went here. The Bible talks a lot about finance, and a very successful businessman that I respect. I forget. I'm paraphrasing. He told me essentially in the Bible there is a degree or multiple degrees worth of business and or finance knowledge in the Bible. Dave Ramsey and his approach to handling debt. I mean, that's biblical. Dave's place. Colin, I had many times the opportunity to be rich and turned it down. I see both sides of a coin and decided that I would rather have the problems I know instead of turning to the other problems. Well, yeah, I understand that. I understand that. And the thing about being rich is great, but it depends on what people define as rich. And I'm not saying that it's all just relative or it's all like up to personal definition. However, when it comes to being wealthy, being happy, being comfortable, which are different things. You can be wealthy and be very unhappy. Be wealthy and be very uncomfortable. They're not all the same thing. I will say it takes time and energy to steward one's finances. The more money you have, it could take more time and energy. Unless you have enough money to hire an accountant, a a financial advisor, and have people to manage your money for you, sure, it could be easier, but life becomes more complicated. Becomes more complicated. Bubbles RC Shed, welcome, welcome, welcome. I think I connected to your channel recently. Bubbles RC Shed. I'm trying to remember if I connected to your channel or someone else's channel recently. I'll have to write that down and check out your channel. But welcome. I'd love to be rich, as being poor on disability in Canada is impossible to live on. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that you are poor and on disability. And I'm just gonna make a joke. I'm also sorry to hear you're in Canada, but that's just a joke. But actually, Canada being a kind of a socialist state, I heard somebody on YouTube channel the other day say that they're taxing people to death or something like that. That the tax is very, very high, very high. And I'm very anti-tax. I'm super free market. I'm not capitalist in a simple, just capitalist sense. I'm more extreme than that. I believe in very free markets. Capitalism, as a side note, could actually lead to crony capitalism and oligarchic setups, which are essentially very similar to socialism and communism. Both can create the same type of nightmare. I believe in freedom, mutually agreed upon voluntary beneficial exchanges, voluntary, mutually agreed upon beneficial exchanges, symbiotic relationships, natural way of doing business, barter, trade, using money, which is just a medium of exchange to make things happen. I don't believe the government should be involved in every single thing we do. Absolutely not. Experienced Africans, what's up, what's up, what's up? You're awesome. Welcome. There's another great channel, sincerely. Very smart person. I've already learned some things from this gentleman regarding YouTube and been trying to make things happen. Show support. Connect to Experienced Africans if you have not. Very cool stuff. Very interesting content. Very interesting content. Unique content from what I've seen. Definitely recommend. Definitely recommend. Base place. In that case, I was talking about wealthy. It often leads to greed. I would rather be rich in other things. Base place. Verna, absolutely. Absolutely. Health is wealth. You could be a multi-billionaire and be 400 pounds and have some serious problems, not knowing if you're going to live another week. Having a great family. Amazing. Having great friends. Amazing. You can be very happy with very little income. It's not about that. That's what I was saying earlier about being a minimalist. Me, I can be very happy with very little. Very little. That's why I'm so happy to be a minimalist, because in the ways that I am blessed, that my wife and I are blessed, I appreciate. I appreciate all what we have in our lives because I'm a minimalist. I don't need much. I can live in a stainless steel box and be happy, straight up. Like, really. Really. People saying hello to Bubbles. Awesome. That's cool. Old Fart Gaming, OFG. What's up? What's up? What's up? 13th like. Thank you so much. Welcome, welcome, welcome. There's another awesome channel. I connected to them recently. Old Fart Gaming just seems like a really cool person. I see Old Fart Gaming showing support to other people, and welcome. Definitely recommend connecting to Old Fart Gaming if you are not already connected. Vase Place, I'm thinking about bartering instead of cash. Absolutely. Absolutely. Bartering is one of the best ways to find and exchange value without theft. We'll just call it theft being involved. Be careful with what I say here. Follow all laws. Pay all your taxes. All that stuff. Not going to get into it. Bartering is excellent. It's one of the most natural, time-tested. It's what humans have always done. Bartering. You barter skills, trade, service, product. I mean, bartering is great. Get some gold and silver. Use that. Basically, as long as I have food in my belly, roof over my head, clothes on my back, and a few friends, I am rich in many ways. I absolutely agree. I absolutely agree. Absolutely agree. Old Fart Gang, we grow stronger together. You know it. You know it. It's the name of the game, if you want to call YouTube a game. And even if you're talking about life in general, yes, we grow stronger together. At our church recently, that's one of the messages that our pastor was talking about. Actually, multiple messages, essentially, multiple messages, I think, essentially talking about how we're stronger together. And humans need other humans. As much as I'm all about prepping, all about being able to be self reliant, self sufficient, even when it comes to preparedness, I do not, unless it's worst case scenario and people just literally have nobody else they could rely on. I do not subscribe to the idea of the lone wolf approach. Lone wolf, especially in a disaster scenario, is a dead wolf. People need to rely on one another. I don't know how to do everything. I don't have every skill. I don't have all the knowledge. I need to rely on other people. Pool your resources. Same thing with YouTube. If you were talking about YouTube old car gaming, absolutely true. If you were talking about life in general, absolutely true. Stronger together. We grow stronger together. I can't, if there was no network, no community of people liking, sharing, this live even, I would struggle. Our channel would struggle. If you weren't helping us with watch hours, folks, we would really struggle. We can't do it alone. We can't do it alone. Life or YouTube. You're saying like either way. If that's what you mean, like both life and YouTube, then I agree. I mean, people need people. God's children need God's children. One of the ways people actually go crazy, and you could study the psychology of this, is people could be in situations where they're alone for a period of time. They go crazy. I'm not just talking about cabin fever, being inside for too long. I'm about being alone. People go crazy. They go absolutely crazy. All I'd want, Bubbles RC Shed, all I'd want is a way to earn enough to keep my home. Already lost my car to repossession after 5 years of wasting my time and money. I should just sell my house and run away to Cuba. Hey, listen, I mean, I'm open to all approaches. Whatever you think makes sense. Living in America isn't necessarily the best thing, the best place. I believe it's definitely a great country in a lot of ways, but what they're doing to crush the middle class and crush poor people here is horrible. Simply Jan connecting, awesome. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear about your repossession of your vehicle. Just throwing this out there. I was actually a repo man for a short period of time. I worked for my uncle's repossession business, and he worked for he had a repossession and transportation business, whatever he did. But repossession was a part of his business, and I did that. And it was horrible. Working for the bank, but I was making money. And the moral of the story is, yeah, it's horrible to take those things from people, but people shouldn't have bills that they cannot pay. Life happens though, but even then, it's not theirs. Yeah, I mean, when I was younger, I had to give up a vehicle. It wasn't a repo, but I voluntarily gave it back up because I couldn't pay for it, or wasn't going to be able to pay for it, and it's horrible. And I'm not blaming people for being in tough financial places, because I know that in America, for example, the Federal Reserve Bank is literally by design, in nature of the institution itself, is made to perpetuate inflation and squeeze more and more money out of people. And it will only get worse. It's literally the design of the Federal Reserve banking system. If you want to do some research on the evils of the Federal Reserve Bank and essentially how it works to enslave us all, research it. Seriously. Don't take my word for it. And a lot of research. That's why solitary confinement is a punishment, and why cabin fever is a real condition. Well said, Old Fart Gaming. Well said. Very well said. Yes, cabin fever is a real condition, I believe. It's something I've heard of, like people, can go crazy. And solitary confinement is punishment. It's not just about being being claustrophobic and being in a small place. It's about being away from other people. Bubbles RC Shed. I've always liked American. Simply Jan, Homestead. So true. We need each other. We do. We do. And Simply Jan, Homestead, Jan, you've got a neighbor. I'm around. You ever need something, you let me know. I'm old school in some ways. I'm Italian and Irish from New York. Let's just say I'm the type of person, 3 o'clock in the morning, something happens. You need someone to help you do something, get out of a situation. You got my number, Jan. You got my number. Just saying. Baseways, thank you so much. Notification on the stream, it really helps. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Yeah, folks, if experienced Africans shared, um, wait for your exciting live stream ahead, join me. Shared a live stream. Make sure you folks, if you're available and you feel like it, show support to Experienced Africans live stream if that's what he posted. That would be great to show him support. He's a great supporter. Experienced Africans. Old Fart Gaming, I might have missed this before. You wrote, we are social beings. Absolutely. Finley Jan Homestead, you must have a mag in your community. We need each other. Sure. Mutual Assistance Group. I believe that's what that stands for. Absolutely. Experienced Africans. Base place. I love quail and quail eggs. They remind me of my late mom. Oh, I believe that expression, like when somebody says late mom or late father or late husband, means when he passed away. And if that's what that means, if that's what that means, my condolences, Experienced Africans. Base place. I am a loner by nature, but I love helping others. I'm actually kind of a loner by nature in some ways, but at the same time, extremely social. Extremely social. But I really, really like to be alone. I do. I really do. I really like to be alone. And even if I am very social, I still really appreciate downtime and time to be alone. But I could not imagine being separated from God's children. Like, well, first and foremost, as far as people go, I could never imagine being apart from my wife. I could never imagine being apart from our two beautiful sons. I will fight to the death to make sure that never happens. Never. Um, and besides them, I would never want to be separated from God's children. Um, when I say our sons, obviously, I think it's obvious. I mean, my wife and I, our two sons. We have two sons. My awesome wife Nicole, who some of you might have seen some of the videos on the channel, and previous live stream she was on with me, which was really cool. Yep, my wife and our two sons. I mean, I would absolutely go crazy without them. And after God, God first and foremost. Without, you know, being with my wife and our two sons, I would go crazy, absolutely crazy. All right. Interesting. Old Fart Gaming. I was stationed up in Alaska, 5 months with no sun and -50 Fahrenheit. I will tell you, cabin fever is real. Wow. My business partner is actually from Alaska, and I've beautiful place. The whole thing about being cold there for as long as it is, and about not having sunlight, that's actually very unhealthy. For vitamin D exposure, and also just the light itself, I believe what it does for psychological well-being. I would not. That's why I've heard of them having like light boxes and stuff in Alaska because people suffer from depression. Never want to live in Alaska, even though it's a beautiful place. I'd love to visit. Never want to live in Alaska. 5 months with no sun and -50. That sounds horrible. Balutes are good too. When you say balut, that reminds me of the Tagalog balut, which I believe is fertilized duck egg. I ate it. Whatever balut is, that's what it is. I ate it when I went to the Philippines. Because I'll eat everything and anything. Abe Lincoln. Sorry, typo. I must have missed something. Oh, I must have missed your typo there. Let me see. Yeah, I must have missed your typo, RC Shed. Bubbles. Bubbles RC Shed. My last message made no sense. Dang, voice to text. Sorry about that. Voice to text destroys and just butchers my my text messages, so I totally understand. Totally understand. Experienced Africans. Base place. You shouldn't say that. When you meet the community of like-minded people, you will be outgoing. That's an excellent point, Experienced Africans. Really, it's finding that commonality. Friendship is based on commonality. And yes, you could be friends with people who are very different than you. Sure. You could be attracted to people that are very different than you, like, the opposite sex. But opposites might attract, but they don't last. You need at least some commonality. If you have nothing in common with people, that's a problem. It's a recipe for disaster in a relationship. I don't care what people tell you, straight up. And yeah, you might have friends, but what attracts you to friends? Having something in common, something to talk about, something you agree on it. You validate and confirm one another's beliefs, and it feels good to be in your echo chamber. You find people that are like-minded that can absolutely help people come out of their shell, if you will, if they do. If they happen to be shy or however they might be. Bubbles RC. I connected to your channel. I will watch a video tonight and then comment so the sub counts according to YouTube rules. Well, if you're talking about our channel, thank you and awesome. And if you're talking about someone else's channel in the chat, thank you and that's awesome. Because I thank you for connecting, whoever you're connecting to. That's great. But Balut, I don't think I can give it a try. I am social, but I love being alone. Yeah, I'm kind of the same way, Verna. Kind of the same way. I've tried them myself since I sell them. Laugh out loud. They're pretty good. You sell balut? Hold up. Is balut fertilized duck egg? Because I don't know if balut is just fertilized any egg. Because I know you have quail. You sell fertilized quail eggs? They're pretty good. Colin, we will always be connected. For sure, Jan. For sure. We really should be. Much love to all. Best wishes of prospering. That's awesome. Thank you. I hope you prosper as well, Bubbles. RC Shed. I hope you prosper as well, Bubbles RC Shed. Vase Place quail egg balut is good. I couldn't eat a duck egg balut. That, I believe, is the one that I ate, the larger one in the Philippines. Yeah, that was an experience. The broth, which I believe is assumed like the, if that's what it's called, the amniotic fluid, assuming it's the same type of fluid that surrounds, that's in the human womb. It's like the, yeah, whatever it is. The yolk maybe turns into like a soup in the balut. And it's actually, that part was flavorful. The crunch and all that and the feathers, whatever else I was eating in there, that was a little weird. Yeah, I don't necessarily think I would do it again. I wouldn't understand the enjoyment of it, but I did it and don't think I was really disgusted. I don't drink anymore, but I think at the time I was drinking a Corona beer at the time, so that might have helped me like chase it, maybe to get it down, whatever. So maybe balut could be just any fertilized like poultry egg or something. Quail is delicious. Quail meat, delicious for sure. Absolutely. You could grill it. I mean, it's just like, not just like chicken, but similar to chicken. However you can cook chicken, you can cook quail. Experienced Africans. No, not balut. I'm going to try to pronounce this correctly. Huga Homestead. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly. Welcome, welcome, welcome. There's another awesome channel, folks. If you're not connected to Huga, spelled Higgy, I believe it's pronounced Huga Homestead. Connect to that channel. They're awesome. Balut is fertilized partially incubated eggs. Oh, thank you. Thank you for explaining that. Interesting. Well, yeah, fertilized and partially incubated because they are developed. Because otherwise they'd be fertilized and not incubated, and I'm assuming that they would not develop. Maybe there's a question mark there. Because we eat fertilized chicken eggs, but they're not developed. I assume they're fertilized because we have roosters and we eat them, and that's common. I'm assuming when they're not in a warm place, even though who knows, they could start developing in the summer temperatures maybe. Maybe they could start to develop in the summer temperatures. Fertilized chicken eggs. It's 100 degrees outside. Maybe that fertilized egg is developing, but I don't know. I don't think, besides maybe having some eggs that we've left out, maybe room temperature and / or outside, and we had them outside, then put them in, inside, outside for some time, and brought them inside for some time. Maybe they started developing. I think I might have cracked open a few that I was feeding to our animals. They might have been partially developed, but those ones would be ones that were left outside and then brought inside for a period of time, or just left outside and brought in right away and then consumed. But they would be like older, and they would have been in room temperature or higher temperatures for a period of time. And if that happens, those are not eggs we eat. The eggs we eat are the ones that are fresh. We bring in and put in the in the fridge. Um, and I'm not sure if they would even at room temperature really be developing. It's all interesting to me. But yeah, I mean, fertilizer or not, I'll eat it. Um, I we've had fertilized eggs, but they look just like regular eggs, just not incubated. I'm assuming that's the difference. Very interesting. With quail egg balut, they are a delicacy. Interesting. Interesting. Well, they're small eggs. That I actually that might be good. I mean, because it's maybe less of all that bone and feather stuff going on. Maybe it's just more like a bite-sized snack or something. I would like to try that actually. I don't know if I'd like it, but I would eat it. Thank you. Some think of quail balut like candy. Interesting. We don't eat fertilized eggs in Africa. I'm assuming you mean don't. We don't eat fertilized eggs in Africa. But there are things we eat and you guys don't eat too, like grasshoppers. Whoa, interesting. I would eat them. I'll eat anything. We usually don't in the States either, but since I sell them, I had to try them. Worms, interesting. I think I might have eaten a worm or worms in my life. Maybe as like a day or just doing it. I don't know if I did. I feel like I might have. I really don't know. I think I would. Bern, I was wondering what balut was. Hold on, we'll post the link. Very interesting. Very interesting. Well, I mean, we have roosters, so we eat fertilized eggs. We're not really doing it on purpose. They're just, I mean, who knows? A lot of our eggs could be fertilized that we're eating because our roosters, haven't seen them as much mating as frequently, but our previous roosters were mating frequently, and yeah, I mean, I've heard there's sometimes you can see there's different ways. Maybe it's like a little speck or a little dot in the egg or something like that, but they're essentially, I've even looked it up because I was curious about that, and they said it's like totally normal and totally fine. I think it said it's totally normal, totally fine, and totally common for people to do that. Not as like a delicacy, but then again, they weren't really developed, they weren't incubated. Except I think I remember, again, cracking some eggs open, because what I'll do is if the eggs are old, or if they're outside for so long, whatever, I'll feed those back to our animals, our pigs, our chickens, and which is a great way. I actually posted a video about that. A great way to minimize waste and give your animals some delicious, well, not delicious necessarily. I don't know if they like it, but some nutritious food. So I think I remember, yeah, cracking an egg or so, one or more eggs open, and having it be partially developed. But those were fed the animals. So if there was a partially developed egg, I would not eat it just because I wouldn't go out of my way to do that. I would just feed it to our animals. But I did try balut. And that was interesting. Timmy Jan Homestead, love at first sight on your channel. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Base Place posted a link. Cool. I'll try to check that out later. Oh, thank you. Yeah. Jan is just one of those people who just seems super cool and super knowledgeable, experienced Africans. Super cool, super knowledgeable. Writing some notes here, just make sure I stop by Experience Africans channel. Vase Place, I was by your place recently. Simply Jan, I think I might have been by your channel recently in the past few days or so, but I'm gonna make sure I am stopping by your channel soon. Vase Place, Jan is a good friend. Yeah, Jan is a cool person and really just seems like a great supporter and takes her time to actually show up to things like this lives, which is really really what our channel needs to grow is the watch hours. Really would love for this channel to get monetized. Let me see. We're at 720 subscribers now. Really would love to. I'm really experienced Africans who is knowledgeable. Said something like in a month or so. I think he said something like that. We could probably do it if we stay consistent. That seems like I don't know what the words would be, lofty goal, but that sounds great to me. I will try. If that could happen, that would be cool. If not, if it takes longer than that, that's cool too. We'll see. Nubs Revenge, what's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thanks for stopping by. We are talking about all kinds of things. We talked about money. We talked about Christianity. We talked about, got into some theology a little bit. Um, me being a Christian, I believe in Christian theology. Um, we had somebody write some silliness in the chat, and yeah, just might have talked about theology in general and how I do not accept other beliefs besides Christian beliefs. And we discussed balut. We discussed what balut is. Interesting. Just chatting miscellaneous things. Base place. You have enough subscribers. You just need 3,000 watch hours. See, that's the thing is we're far below 3,000 watch hours. We're like 400 and something, which is really sad. I don't know. Maybe that's sad. Maybe that's typical. However, however, um, however, I heard, and I'm not sure if this is true, experienced Africans could to confirm this or not, that is like the low-hanging fruit that YouTube offers, because if people accept that, and I'm not sure if experienced Africans said this or not, people will not be able to accept the ad monetization, monetization from ads, which will be the typical, the traditional 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. That if you sign up for the 500, I believe, subscribers and the 3,000 watch hours, and you get those monetization options, that the word is precludes, that limits you or stops you from being able to sign up for the traditional monetization. Please give me some feedback as far as that goes. I know some tricks that I'm willing to share, but cannot share on the chat. Okay. Yeah, I've got your email, and I have actually thought about emailing you. I think I just been super busy running the business and just with life, and you know, just trying to be a good husband and a father. Be a good husband, trying to be a good husband and trying to be a good father. Super busy, and yeah, first and foremost, trying to just give our time to God and going to church on every Sunday, and then trying to be a good husband and be a good father and run a business and take care of a homestead with animals and plants and all that stuff. I am definitely looking forward to budget my time better and just make more time to just, chat with people like you, experienced Africans, and just, definitely learn from people and get the most out of the connections that I have. I've just been super busy lately, but I definitely want to email you for sure. Yeah, experienced Africans. I have read quite a bit of history and of fiat. Not sure what you meant to write there, or if you meant to write fiat. Mainly focuses on the Flavian dynasty. Very interesting information when it comes to Christianity. Interesting. I will look that up. I might be familiar with that. It rings a bell. Might have read about that. Might be familiar with that. Might not. But I like reading and learning, so I'll definitely look into that. I don't mean this to sound ignorant or closed-minded, but whatever I read is not going to change my faith, because I have way too much understanding of history and connected too many dots in my life, from quantum physics and mechanics to history to agendas in the world and life experiences and just science to too many dots I've connected to step away from my faith. So I will always be a Christian. But I like reading about things, even if the information is antagonistic to Christianity. I will like to read about. I'd like to read about pretty much everything. Base place don't monetize with 3,000 watch hours. And that might sound closed-minded, but I'm not going to get into why I think it's not closed-minded, because I'm so sure and set on my beliefs at this point. Or that's the way I should express that. Base place don't monetize with 3,000 watch hours. You will be shortchanged. Experienced Africans, you can. This is interesting. You can get other ways. The ads, you need 4,000 watch hours and 1,000 subscribers. Nubs, always do not try. I'm not sure. What you mean, Nub's Revenge? I'm not sure if I understand what you meant by always do not try, or what that was in response to or in reference to. Base place, but with 3,000 watch hours, you can get members and such. Holistic Heritage. Yes, I said that. I thought you might have said that. Cindy Jan Homestead. Verna, wait for your 4,000 watch hours. You'll be happy you did. So it stops you. Like if you straight up, like if you accept that 3,000 watch hours and 500 subscribers monetization, that stops you from ever signing up for the traditional 4,000 watch hours, 1,000 subscribers monetization. I think I've asked that before, and I think you've given me a clear answer, Experienced Africans, but it's like, wow, that sounds like a scam to like straight up just get YouTube, save YouTube money. Because I feel like with the ads, that's actual payout for them. Where the super chats and all that, they're actually making money. I'm not familiar with what is the super chats, whatever, super fans, whatever it is. They get a percentage of that. I mean, just like the ads, they get a percentage of that, but it's like they're getting the money that they're paying out, as opposed to them just making money. This is the very annoying people doesn't want to you how you did. Numbers are intelligent. Only membership and super chats are not realistic to earn enough revenue to keep creating. Jay, money isn't important to me, really. I just like what I do. I could see that, Vase Place. I could see that. You seem pretty chill and pretty cool and happy with what you've got and where you're at, and that's awesome. That's actually great. History of Josephus is always an interesting study. I haven't read much on his works, but I do believe Josephus, being a Jew, who many of the Jews at the time and today are antagonistic towards Christ and Christ's teachings. I find it interesting that even Josephus, who was a Jew, talked about the historical existence of Jesus. Not sure of all the details, but always more to read. Not sure of exactly what he said and all that, but all very interesting stuff to me. As in stuff, as information to read, as in writings to read. All right. Verna, it isn't about money, it's about your channel. Cindy Jan Homestead, Africans, thank you so much. Base place, okay, Jan. Never revenge. What I meant is when we do things, we do not try them, we simply do them. Not sure what you mean. I think I know what you mean, and I think I agree with the statement. When we do things, we do not try them, we do them. Yeah, that's why I mean, I understand what you're saying. I'm not saying what you were saying that in response to or about. But I say that to people. I'm like, don't try. You're gonna do or not do. It's a choice. You could try to do things. You could try to lift 405-pound deadlift at the gym and fail. But you're still doing it though. You're still lifting. But I think I get what you're saying. Vase place, not what I understand, Colin. Cindy Jan Homestead. Don't accept the 3,000K watch hours. What's 1,000K more? Just do more live streams and videos. Well, it's also the subscribers, but I think the watch hour seems to be more difficult, in my opinion, from what I'm seeing. Basically, so you get about a third of the money either way. A third? I thought on the chats they take less than. I mean, you get more than 1/3 on the super chats or whatever. I forget what I heard. So Jen Holmes said, "You're highly welcome. I might not like your content, but sharing you to my community can get the right organic subscribers for your channel." That's awesome. That's what it's all about. I'm connected to channels. Honestly, I'm not into gaming. I support gamers because they support our channel. I want to reciprocate. There's a lot of weird stuff I don't like. I'll be honest with you. I keep it real. Just because I might not like content. I don't like ASMR content. I think it's whatever. Opening bags of M&Ms or Skittles or just like smashing things or whatever sounds and all that. I think I understand what ASMR is about. It's about like a visceral nervous system reaction, how it makes people feel, gives people tingles, whatever. It's sensory perception or whatever. I get it. I don't like the content. And a whole channel is them just opening things or pouring out candy or whatever. wildly successful channels, some of them. I don't like the content. Am I connected to people like that? Yes. I do not believe in lying. I try not to lie. When I watch their videos, I'm not going to say, oh, the great sound, or whatever. If it doesn't have an effect on me, I'm just going to say, watched, supporting, cool. Or if it's like about the sound of the ASMR, it's a bag of Skittles. I won't comment on the ASMR part, but I'll say, I like Skittles or whatever. Try to be honest with my comments. If I'm not going to, if I don't like someone's content, I don't pretend that I do. I try to find some type of comment that is sincere. Watching, I am watching. Supporting, I am supporting. Doesn't mean I like the content though. One thing I don't do is I don't support content that I think is evil, dark, bad, whatever. I don't, and I don't try to connect to those channels. That won't change. So whatever. And some people will do that type of stuff, and if they're against it, I don't believe that they should. I don't know if you've considered it. However, starting a charitable organization to receive donations might be worthwhile to look into. I don't know if I don't know Nub's Revenge if you're talking to me or Vay's Place or all of us. I'm all about whatever. Receive donations. I would only really start a charity if I was going to use it for charitable acts. I wouldn't do it just to make money unless it's morally inclined, unless it's moral and it's like unapologetically not a non-profit or not-for-profit charity, but a for-profit charity. As long as we're helping people or something like that, then that would be cool. I do know that charities, can run not-for-profit, but people can pay themselves salaries and stuff, I think. I would do something like that, but then how do I quantify how much to pay myself? I mean, that's a whole different discussion. Joseph was adopted by the Flavians and became part of their lineage. Interesting. I will look into that. Thank you for sharing something that might be interesting to me that I might research. I think I wrote it down. I did. Cool. Might have said I did before I realized I saw it, but I did write it down. I'm definitely gonna look into that. Because even if I disagree with things, I still like to research them. And I've been exposed to and thought a lot of different things and believe a lot of things in my life, and I've landed where I've landed, and I will always be a Christian. Okay. I understand that money isn't the reason I created the channel also, but I intend to travel the globe and share experiences everywhere I go, and that requires money. See, I understand what you're saying, experience Africans, and in order for, like, one of the reasons I want to monetize our channel is because I do have a lot to say. I do have a lot of beliefs. Like our faith, for example, I would love to share our faith with more people. I would love to also share opinions with other people. I'd like to also share knowledge, gardening knowledge, livestock knowledge, homesteading knowledge, pepper knowledge. And one of the best ways to do that is have the discretionary income and discretionary time to do so. And that requires money. So Vay's Place, I'm not trying to change what you said or change your beliefs or anything, but I just will perhaps try to persuade you. If you're passionate about raising quail, if you had money, more money, not saying you don't have money, I don't know your finances, and you said you're on fixed income, I don't know, fixed income could be $1 million a day, whatever. If you had more money, you could use that money to grow your channel and teach more people. You could inspire more people how to homestead out of an apartment like you do. You could bless other people and be charitable. I just want to be really, really wealthy, and I know my wife agrees because we talked about this because we had the same goals in life. I want to be extremely wealthy so I could bless other people and teach other people and change the world. And whether it's, sadly the truth or whatever it is, whatever that is, the reality is that money is required currently in this horrible system or systems that we all are a part of, have to work through. Money, it takes money, and Verna from Vay's Place, you're just a really cool person who seems like you're very knowledgeable. And it would be awesome to see someone like you be more wealthy, have more money, because that could help you help others. Takes a long time to make money on YouTube. Yeah, that's cool. And I'm in it for the long haul because I consider this kind of like passive income. Even though it's active, it's something I have a lot to say about why I think YouTube is worth making money. I'm gonna throw something out there real quick and you all could think I'm crazy because whatever that might be. I believe in the way the world is going and with the trends and trajectory of what I've been observing, I think that working from home, which YouTube could be working from home, will be one of the possibly only ways people can make money. I think that people should have a source of income that they could you know they could have income coming in if jobs are non-existent, whatever. Like I'm just saying, it's a form of prepping for me to have a YouTube channel, and I'm just saying, just throwing that out there. And if a channel is up and going, I think people can make, but it's subjective, a relatively good income just from posting a few shorts a week and a long form content or two a week. For a few hours worth of work, I think people can make type of income that could help them out. That's just my perspective, and from what I've heard, what I've observed, um, be a minimalist and manage your finances well, and an extra $50 a month could be life changing. Be very helpful. $200 a month would be life changing for us. Very helpful. For some people, it's not enough to really change their lives, but maybe that's because they spend more money than they should. Whatever. StreamYard is a commonplace. No. Are you a channel also? No. StreamYard is a commonplace. I'm not actually. Thank you for mentioning StreamYard. I actually heard of StreamYard being mentioned as like a. I'm not sure what commonplace means as far as definition, at least in that context. But I've heard of StreamYard being used for like live streams and stuff. Is it also something used for like editing, a website used for editing or something? I have to research StreamYard and learn. I have so much to learn. Baseplace, to be honest, while my channel might be old, I really didn't start doing the channel until December 2022. 2022. Numbers range. I've thought about it. However, time is of short supply and large demand. Yeah, I understand Nub's revenge. I understand. I understand. Um, you could. It is for me also kind of cathartic and therapeutic. I do like making videos. I do like sharing my knowledge, my beliefs. I do. I do like sharing our faith. I do like sharing my opinion. That's our faith, and the faith that my wife and I have, um, and our 5-year-old, and our 1-year-old. But he will grow up in our faith, and that's the faith they have. And even if he doesn't have a concept of faith yet, he will. That is his faith, because that's the faith that if he's not practicing it. That's part of his life, and already has been, and always will be. Our 1-year-old and our 5-year-old is very much about the faith, and he prays, and he's awesome. Um, but yeah, besides our faith, I want to share all the knowledge that we have, all the opinions we have, all the how-to that we know, all the perspective that we have. I mean, we've both lived lives, and I've lived a colorful life. I've done a lot of different things, and had a lot of different jobs, been around a lot of different people, a lot of crazy experiences. I'd love to share those with people. Time and common sense are both in short supplies. Well, yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, that's for sure. Experienced Africans. I started mine 6th April 2021. Well, you're monetized already, Experienced Africans, so that's awesome. All right, let me see. Something Dan Homestead. That was revenge. I will appreciate your support. Simply Jan Homestead. ASMR already turned off for me. Yeah, I don't even get the point. Be able to put in a link, I will connect. Yeah, throw a link in. Throw a link in. Nub's Revenge, I'm going to give you a wrench. Boom! There you go. You are wrenched up, Nub's Revenge. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching and really being a part of the chat. That's really awesome of you. Cheers, Africans only speak what I feel. You are doing great. You are doing great. Oh, I got something from within that time period, yeah. Join me. Cool. When is your live stream? I'm not going to click on the link right now. I mean, I could open a separate tab and I'm not going to look at it. When is your, if you're promoting a live stream experience, Africans, when is that live stream? I would like to show support if I could. Want to and can. I don't know what time it is. Verna, stay organic and keep being who you are. You are awesome. Yes. Verna, I'm gonna try to share out your channel on my tab and see if I can help you. And I would love to help you. I mean, I have a small channel. When I say I have a channel, again, I've said this a million times, I think, or however many times. Say I have a channel. It's my wife's channel too. It's our channel. It's not just mine. I just speak that it's my channel. It's her channel. It's our channel. Jen, I don't know how to be anything else. Well, that's good. Just be authentic and just be who you are. Nubs Revenge. I just share my link. To me either. Basically, I do that now, Colin. Laugh out loud. My goal is to inspire others, teach others that they can rise farther than they think they can. Oh, I'm not saying you don't. I'm saying, I hope you weren't like offended or anything. I'm saying that you could do that, what you are already doing, perhaps reaching more people, perhaps helping others even more with more money, a larger channel. And if it's not about the money, having a larger channel, more subscribers gives you more reach, more connect. I think what you do is awesome. I've already learned so much from you, different things you've shared, I believe, I think. Experienced Africans, do you know that you could bless people and still preach the gospel while sharing your content and teaching people how to grow your influence? Yeah, for sure. For sure. Absolutely. Well, I'm going to preach the gospel and talk about our faith always, no matter what. Definitely want to bless people, and yeah, I mean, I think they're not mutually exclusive, and I absolutely think that that's one of the best ways to bless people. And I believe the side effects of being a Christian, for example, are just better life, better life overall, more wholesome living, healthier attitude, better psychology. So yeah, I absolutely believe all those things can be done. There's a lot of channels that are on YouTube that are straight up, straightforward, unapologetically Christian, and they are wildly successful. And preaching the gospel, sharing their content, which is Christian content, for example, and teaching people how to grow your influence. Yeah, and teaching people how to grow their channels as well, and which I believe once you subscribe to Christianity and you do those things and you live like a Christian, it naturally helps people in their businesses and their YouTube channels, because being selfless, caring about others, being moral, that's going to help in life in general, and that's going to help the YouTube venture as well. Passive income as robots. Passive income as robots and AFI is taking over. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. See, Colin, I don't. Let me see. Let me see. I might have missed something. See, Colin, I don't believe in can't. I believe in how can I. That's great. I don't believe in can't either. I believe that when there's a will, there's a way. I believe in problem solving and troubleshooting. So I actually agree. I hope you don't. Hopefully, I did not communicate that I disagreed at any point, because I do agree with that. I believe you can. If you had one subscriber and you lived on the street, I still believe you could help millions of people and change the world. I just think it might be easier and slash or more realistic to reach more people, to have more money, and to have a larger platform, have a larger following. And even with, either or, I think that they're irrefutably can help. Um, it's just a way to help people. You could take money and you could bless people and give to people. If you want to be charitable and buy people food, well, you could cook them food, but the food's still going to cost money. It's still going to take time, still whatever. Um, teaching people about quail or something like that, having a larger channel with larger, more subscribers, you can reach more people. Having a larger channel by maybe improving editing, production, sound, whatever, might give more subscribers, help you reach more people, whatever. I'm not saying that you can't reach people without money. I'm saying that I think it's probably irrefutable that due to the nature of money and how money can be used, you could reach more people and teach more people and possibly, affect more people with money, um, and slash or a larger YouTube channel. I think that's probably common sense. But I do believe that it's not good to focus on can't, and it's good to focus on how can I. Having a can-do attitude, I believe in that completely. I think that it's when we reach those trials and tribulations in life, when we reach those obstacles, those struggles, those barriers, I think it's just important to just think about, like you said, how can I? So I agree with that. I get paid from YouTube every 2 to 3 months, about $120. Hey, all money helps, in my opinion. And Jan, you're full of knowledge. I think your channel can just grow. Experienced Africans, I need to host you on how to start a homestead and be self-sufficient. If you're talking to me, I'm humbled. I have a lot to learn. I would love to. That's awesome. If you're talking to Jan, that's awesome. She is knowledgeable. I think that would be great. Um, that would be absolutely awesome. If I would love to talk about that. I have my specialties are raising chickens, different types of gardening, um, security, um, preparedness, emergency preparedness, survivalism, whatever people want to call it. So yeah, I would love to be involved if you were talking to me, and if you were not, I would love to be involved and be involved in any chat or something like that, live stream with you. I think that'd be super fun. And if you were talking to simply Jan, Jan is really knowledgeable and super cool, and just I think she would be awesome. I actually would love to do a chat or a live with simply Jan, Homestead, and Experienced Africans at some point. That would be really cool. Gen X Gaming, hello, 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 welcome, welcome, welcome. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for stopping by. Gen X Gaming, if you're not connected to these awesome channels here, highly recommend it. Some really great people here with great channels, great content. And if you folks are not connected to Gen X Gaming, please connect. StreamYard.com is where you need to check, Colin. No downloads needed. Yeah, I have a note written down. Thank you, Verna. I'll definitely check that out. I always use StreamYard for our lives. Okay, yes, I've heard of that. I just haven't had the time and or have not wanted to check it out, but I will. Definitely want to check it out. Just has not been a priority. Hasn't happened yet, but I will. Any way I can improve, I'm all about it. People saying hello, awesome. Smith Dan Homestead, that's awesome. And if you keep posting and growing the channel, the income will increase. Yeah, I mean, you're making more than some people. Some people make nothing. Making more than many people, rather. Statistically, very few people make money on YouTube that start this content creator journey. I love when you say me and my wife, also my 1-year-old and my 5-year-old, and that gives the sense of family that you have. Well, I think that's a compliment because I think you're saying something nice. It gives a good sense of that we have a good family, I don't know, dynamic. I think we do have a good family dynamic, and I am blessed, and thank you. I'll take that as a compliment. You like that I said that because I love my family very much. I love my wife very much, and I love our 2 sons very much. Glad to make you laugh, Tom. Does my heart good. Awesome. True. I'm not in it for the money though. It's just I just love what I do. Guys, feel free to share the stream. That will introduce us all to new friends. That's right. It helps our channel and it also helps your channels. Um, that's huge. This live is in about 19 days. Cool. Awesome. I gotta get caught up on this chat. I get caught up in this chat. Baseface, laugh loud. You can't offend me. That's awesome. Well, I don't want to offend you. You are unoffendable. If that's a word, which is good because we're taught, in Christianity to not take offense, to not live in offense. Hopefully, I can't. Hopefully, it's not possible. It's not possible to offend you because you just discount my thoughts and my beliefs. Hopefully, I just can't offend you because you have a thick skin and you have are secure in your who you are and your beliefs and all that. Even if I disagree with your beliefs, it's good to be secure. I will always, Verna, try to not push, but always encourage people to have a relationship with Jesus Christ, to have a relationship with God. I always will. And I never want to really, I don't think there's times I probably want to offend people, but I don't really think I want to offend people. I definitely don't want to offend you. You're really kind and really supportive and super awesome. It's in 19 days, but hitting that notification and sharing helps the algorithm to recommend it to more people. Okay, I will definitely do that. Experience Africans. I really want to remember. I will try to do that even on my way home if I can. You watch people's channel, please leave a comment. It helps more than you know. For sure, I've heard that, and I try to every time I watch a video, I leave a comment. And if I don't, that's got to be a mistake. I always leave a comment. Watch as much of the video as I can. Short, I watch all the full short if possible, because that's important to watch the full short because if people are not watching the full short, I think that the algorithm might not recommend it short. So just clicking on someone's short and commenting and leaving, or clicking on the short just to get the view and then leaving, that actually can hurt a channel, or just more specifically help not push that channel out as recommend, not push that short out as being recommended, not have the algorithm recommend that short. So try to watch the whole short, and as far as videos, I try to watch videos in completion as well whenever I can, for sure. Take the T out of can't and you have can. Yes, and take the apostrophe out. My next live is at 10 a.m. EST tomorrow, so that is later, I believe. So I think 9 a.m. Central Time, if I'm thinking correctly. BRB needs some tea. Butler Family Farm, hey there, how are you? Hello, welcome. Thanks for stopping by, Butler Family Farm. Thank you so much. Saying hello to people, that's awesome. Try to connect to Butler Family Farm, folks, if you're not connected. Would love for you folks to all connect with one another. That's how we can help one another grow and show support to one another. It's very important. Happy you stopped by, Butler Family Farm. Thank you very much. Awesome. Butler Family Farm here, Holistic Homestead. What's up? Awesome. Somebody got upset the other day. A great supporter got upset because I was on someone's live and I did not say. They thought I actually did say hi to the host first. They thought that I did not say hi to the host first, and I said hi to them or another person or people first, and they were like, "We're here to support the host," and I was like, "Actually, I did." And then the person, I think they admitted that they missed it. I did say hi to the host first. I don't mind. You could say hi to one another and then say hi to me. You could not say hi to me. It would be nice if you did, but I don't mind if you folks say hi to one another first. That person thought that I did not say hi to the host first, and was trying to perhaps school me on YouTube live stream etiquette, and then admitted that I did, in fact, say hi to the host first. Colin Butler Family Farmers, awesome and great friends of ours. Okay, cool. Very cool. Yeah, if I'm not connected, because part of my memory, I'm connected to channels, I might not even remember. I just go and show support and do my thing and check out the shorts and check out videos, whatever pops up in my subscription tab or feed or whatever. But I don't always remember the names of the channel. So part of my memory, if I, Butler Family Farm, if I might be connected to, I might be, I might not be. If I am not, I will. I'm going to write it down to make sure. Um, Butler Family Farm. I will definitely try to, I will definitely make sure I'm connected if I am not. Hmm. Homestead, I would appreciate if you and Simijan Homestead, I would appreciate if you and Holistic Heritage would be able to. Awesome. Base place. Um, also, you could be too. Well, I'll say experienced Africans. I will say this. I will tell you that as far as for certain niches, certain communities and sub communities on YouTube, if that they could be called sub communities, I will say, and I might just trying to be selling something to you here. The homesteading community is awesome and super, super supportive. When I say homesteading community, I really mean the broader, empirically speaking, group of channels that has to do with homesteading, whether it's homesteading, prepared, because there's a crossover and a lot of commonality amongst these channels. Homesteading, gardening, raising livestock, self-sufficiency, self-reliance, channels focus on that, prepping, emergency preparedness, which is just another word for prepping, really. Those communities are very, very supportive and very active. They seem to be very active in the comment section. They seem to share. They seem to show support in the live streams. A lot of the most popular live streams that I've seen are people that are involved in the homesteading community, um, or things connected to the homesteading, connected to homesteading, like Base Place, Simly Jan Homestead, our channel. These channels are awesome, awesome at support, and I recommend. I assume I might assume that experienced Africans that you're connected to a lot of different communities and niches, channels with different niches, but I think having some homesteaders, some people that raise livestock, some gardeners, people with channels like that, on a panel with a live stream could be great. It could give you access to some really great supporters. Great supporters. That's cool. Some of the Jan Homestead Experience Africans, I'd love to have you on as well. All email me and we could set a date. Great. Yeah, I'd love to be involved with any and all of those things. I'd be super excited. Love it, love it, love it. Jan, I've got your phone number, got your email. Experience Africans, I have your email. I'll try to get that over to you sooner rather than later just to connect with you. Butler Family Farm, big day tomorrow for us. Hey, Colin. Awesome. How did you know my name was Colin? Did I say it? Did I say it? Did Jan say it? Did someone say it? Do I know you personally? The reason you can't offend me is I know who I am. What others think of me is a reflection of them, not me. And I also see both sides of the coin. That's great, and it's a good attitude. To be fair, not to get into semantics, but what others think of you is not necessarily a reflection of them. How they perceive you and how they communicate that is a reflection of them. But if they see what they see, their perspective could skew that and distort what they see. But if people can be unbiased and observe, I mean, if somebody were to walk into this room right now and be screaming and yelling using profane language, I could say they're using profane language. That's not a reflection of me to see that they're observing, to say what they're doing. I'm just observing and saying what I'm observing. But it's good to know who you are. But I do I do agree if you're trying to say like, if people dislike you, whatever, that's on them. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't have to affect you. And often it is a reflection of them because sometimes people might, like for example, dislike a person who is good-hearted and compassionate and loving and caring, and they might dislike those characters and that their characteristics in that person because they're jealous, vengeful, vindictive, maybe jealous that they're not like that, or whatever. People psychology is very complex, so it can be a reflection of them, but maybe not always. That could get into a really deep discussion. But what you do brings me joy in talking with you. Well, I have an awesome time talking to you, and I really, really appreciate when you're here. Fair enough. You're a cool person. Fair enough. So true. That's right. Yeah. Well, I mean, at the end of the day, if I let everybody's opinion of me change what I think of myself, I'd be probably in a really bad place. But I should listen to other people. There's kind of like a balance almost. Listen to other people, be honest and self-reflect. Because sometimes in our own minds, we might not see or realize that we could be being a certain way, that we could be rude or mean or however, or doesn't not necessarily negative. It can be positive. We might somebody might recognize a great trait in us that we might not even think. We might not have the confidence to believe in ourselves or whatever. We might not see in ourselves. So it's important to listen to other people, but be careful. Just because somebody says something about you does not mean it's true. So it's important to find a balance. Listen to people because people could see things in you that you might not see in yourselves. And sometimes people, the best of us, I'm not saying I'm the best, um, we could self-reflect and try to be honest and accountable and all that stuff, but still might not be as harsh on ourselves as we should be. Might not be as honest with ourselves as we think we're being, or whatever, or as we should be. Butler Family Farm. I'm waiting to come eat up there anytime, 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 anytime. You let me know. You contact me since you know Jan. Anytime, let me know. I had to delete one of the people I was following because they have become fear mongers. Well, that's not good. I mean, there's things that maybe I don't really believe in fear necessarily. There's things to have to be concerned about, but that concern should, as fast as possible, be turned into, all right, here's a possible problem. Here's something to be worried about, scared, fearful of, whatever. How can I deal with that? How can I navigate that? How can I problem solve? How can I, like you said before, how can I figure out how I can succeed? Fear, fear is a liar. Fear can really um, crush things, crush productivity. Fear can stop people from doing good things. I'm connected to a lot of communities. I love to learn and also share in my community. Awesome. I'll write down your contact information. Thank you. You're overthinking, Colin. Laugh out loud. Yeah, I tend to do that. I'm tend to be very specific and deliberate about language, and I take words for what they are because words matter. When people say things, I'm like, is that true? Is it always true? Is it sometimes true? Is it? I try to qualify my words and everything else, and it definitely can make me overthink for sure, for sure. But that's how I am. That's who I am. Let me write down that contact information. Mr. Experience Africans. Awesome. 971-526-1832. 527. I think I wrote that wrong. All right. Like some interesting international number. I have to figure out how to work that out. Not to scare anyone, but look up steak maker food printer and read between the lines of everything which is said in that video. In short, that machine in time will make livestock obsolete. I will I might have heard a little bit about what you might be saying, Bubbles RC. And I believe we should not be fearful and all that, not fearmonger, but it's also ignorance is bliss for a lot of people, but I would rather have painful truth than comforting reality. I want to know all the bad stuff going on in the world. I want to know all the diabolical, nefarious plans or whatever, just so I can know how to prepare as much as I can, as well as I can. And I like to be aware of what's going on, even if it's negative. I don't want to bury my head in the sand and just be like, la, 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 la. I don't want to know anything bad that's happening because that's bad too. So just ignore the bad can be bad. And also, we know what is bad in the world. We can fight back. We can, go against the bad. So we have to know what it is and recognize it in order to fight back. Central Time, Verna. Livestock cannot be absolute. There are people that only eat organic. Oh, I hope so. And as far as the people that eat only organic, if you mean that literally, like they only eat organically produced food, that might be because if you mean that, I think it's because some people have allergic reactions to some of the chemicals, pesticides, insecticides, herbicides, whatever. And I was running more that it was in the afternoon, not in the morning. Not sure I know what you mean. Okay. Loki, I said your name, Colin. Oh, okay. Cool. Take everything with a grain of salt. Yes. Take many things with a grain of salt. um, yeah. Some things I take with bag of salt. People opinion isn't a bad idea, but let it not control whom you are, but use it to shape yourself as positive. Well said. Well said. And find a balance. I agree. Bubbles, we won't comply. Well, I can tell you what. I do not comply with anything that limits freedom. I do not. Well, first and foremost, I do not comply with anything that goes against my faith, goes against God. Let's say goes against my faith. I will not comply against anything that goes against God. I will not comply against anything that goes against my faith, which is my practice of praising and worshiping and loving God. I will not go against anything that limits my freedom. I will not go. I will not. I will. I'm sorry. I will. I will. I might have misspoke. If I said not go against, I mean go against. I will not comply with. I mean. So let me, just in case I messed that up, I will not comply with anything that goes against God. Will not comply against anything that goes against my faith, which is how I love God, how I worship God, how I praise God. I will not comply with anything that goes against. I just won't. I just won't. I won't do it. It never will happen. I won't do it. Not worth it. No amount of money, no riches. I will not comply with anything that goes against God. I will not comply with anything that goes against my faith, as in practice, the way I practice worshiping God, loving God, praising God. I will not comply in anything that goes against my God. I will not comply against anything that goes against my faith. I will not comply in anything with anything that goes against my family. I will not comply with anything that goes against my freedoms. I will not comply with anything that hurts other people. I just won't. I won't. And the only time I believe in hurting other people is self-defense. And therefore, self-defense in order to preserve life and protect people. So yeah, I think one of the best things we could do as people, as God's children, is not comply more often. Just saying. Fellows, we won't comply. I do love your giggle. Well, thank you. Thank you. My email is on my about page if anyone wants to get a hold of me. Okay, cool. Yeah, Verna. I keep saying Verna. I will definitely try to reach out to you. See, just network. So if I can help you in any way, so you can help me in any way. You can reach me on WhatsApp or Instagram, same name. Cool. Knowing the truth is one thing, but feeding fear isn't good. It is crippling. For sure. Yeah. Know the truth, then try to problem solve. Try to figure out, like, there's a lot of problems in the world. There's also a lot of solutions. So if you focus on the solutions and we don't dwell, it's not good to dwell on things that are scary. It's not good to be constantly stuck in a state of fear. Absolutely not. I agree. Simi Jan Homestead, have faith, not fear. Absolutely. And I believe in, again, it's normal and natural to find things out and learn things and be like, whoa, that's scary. To have fear, but it should not be a state of mind that a person stays in. You should not dwell on things of fear. All right. Jen Homestead, you get my contact from Holistic if you didn't copy it. Okay, cool. Jamaican Farmer's Head, what's up, what's up, what's up? Welcome. There's another great channel right there. Great channel. Jamaican Farmer's Hut, super cool, super knowledgeable. I believe Jamaican Farmer's Hut, part of my memory, you're like very knowledgeable when it comes to like fixing electronics, electronic appliances, things, TVs, whatever. That's pretty cool. If you're not connected to Jamaican Farmers Hut, definitely recommend connecting. There's a great supporter right there. Let me give you your wrench, Jamaican Farmers Hut. Welcome. Very happy to have you. Another great person right there. Another great supporter. Great channel. Oh, it says error. Try again. What's going on over here? Good night, host. Greetings, everyone. Blessings at Jamaican Farmers Hut. Jamaican Farmers Hut. Hello and welcome. People saying hello. Awesome. Connect, connect, connect. You folks know what's up. Awesome. Darpan. Hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Friend, namaste. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Awesome. The F beer. Freeze dryer? Yeah, I want a freeze dryer. If that's what you're talking about. Darpan, thumbs up. Thank you. Thank you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Darpan, I believe you're new here. I believe Darpan is new here. So if you folks are not connected to Darpan, connect. I'm not sure if I'm familiar with their channel or connected to their channel. Part of my memory, if I am connected, I might not remember. I'm connected to a lot of channels. I will write a note to make sure that I do connect to you if I am not. Make sure we are connected to you, Darpan. Awesome. 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 Making farmers have more greatness, bro. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Awesome. Yeah, there's some movers and shakers, some power channels in here right now. Some power channels. These are people that you will see if you stopped in the lives before, showing some support, and has some great communities, some heavy hitters in here. And I'm just happy to show support to these people whenever I can. Also, very happy about that. So we've been on a bunch of different topics, sharing a lot of really great things, but just to go back to perhaps a point of reference, if that's what that would be called, but just to go back to the topic, and we could talk about anything and everything because I'm all about it, but money. What about, I would love to learn from you folks. Do you folks have any side hustles you recommend, any ways to make money online? I mean, besides growing a YouTube channel, do you need to, send me Jan Holmes said, hey, Colin, I need to go to sleep. Love you, brother. Love you back, Jan. Love you back. I hope you have an awesome night. Thank you so much. I hope you sleep well. And we'll talk soon. We'll talk soon. Thank you so much. Do you folks have any side hustles you recommend? I'm looking to just, I believe in maximizing my time and being productive. So any websites that you think are good for making some money, even if it's a little bit of money, any other ways to just make money online, side hustles, not online. I'm open to all of it. I'm open to all of it. Scrap metal, dumpster dive, whatever. If I was a multi-millionaire, I'd probably still be doing stuff like that. Maybe. If I had more time. Because then I could have multi-millions plus $1. But, I mean, hopefully you understand what I'm saying. I am not above doing anything. No shame in my game. Won't lose any pep in my step by considering any and all options to make money, as long as it's legal. More importantly, as long as it's moral. I will not do anything immoral. I will not do anything illegal. Just so you know, folks, not all laws are moral, and laws are not based on morality. Just saying that. Just throwing it out there. But I will never promote or condone breaking any laws. Just saying. Just saying. Bubbles, we have the power to make these changes. Yes. Becoming a Green Stalker. What's up? I think I was just by your channel earlier today. Another great channel. Hi, guys and gals. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You know the deal, everybody. If you're not connected to Becoming a Green Stalker, I highly recommend it. There's a great supporter right there. Becoming a Green Stalker. There's some awesome people here. Some great channels present. If you're not connected, I recommend connecting. For sure. For sure. This is great. I have to say, I really mean this. When I shouldn't have to even say that because I don't believe I have to qualify or preface what I say. Because if I say it, I really mean it, or you should. And if you don't, you probably will. Um, I really, I feel very happy when I do these live streams because I really like you folks. I really do. I really do enjoy talking with you folks, and I enjoy the chats, and I really do see a lot of good in people in these live streams. I do. I see some what people might call the best of humanity in these live chats in YouTube in general. I really do. I see kindness. I see selflessness. I see people educating one another. It's it's just amazing. It really is. And I have these these live chats and when I live chats, whatever. Anytime I'm on YouTube, whether it's a live stream, whether I am watching your content, folks, I'm in the comment section. It warms my heart because it's refreshing to see and be reminded. And I am where I live every day. I'm reminded pretty much because I live in an amazing place full of amazing, awesome people. But it's besides you know my everyday um, experiences with people that I meet person to person. YouTube has been great. I just feel like I just met so many amazing people, and it warms my heart, and it really does give me hope for humanity. Straight up, like really. Jan, my memberships is now open. Megaphone. People connecting. Okay, I think there's some connections being made. Other family farm. Jan, my memberships is now open. Perhaps you mean you are monetized or partially monetized, whatever. The first monetization offer, 3,000 watch hours and the 500 subscribers. Is that what you mean, Butler Family Farm? Maybe that's what you mean. There are different platforms that make money, but I believe that chasing two rabbits is not the best way to go. Okay, okay, it's a good point. Concentrate on your content and find ways of making revenue using your content to raise money for your dream projects. That's great, and that definitely is a focus of mine. I don't want to split my time, or delegate my time other ways. I just believe sometimes the monotony of the grind is tough. Like I'm looking for things that I could do passively, like 10, 15, 30 minutes, an hour before I go to sleep, whatever, to break up the monotony of like just grinding on YouTube. I could spend so much time on YouTube, and then I might want to just disconnect from the YouTube world for a little bit and maybe do something else. But my hands are full, and I have a lot going on. I own and run a business. That alone is a lot. I just I like to stay busy, so I try to do as much as possible. That's a great point, though. It's a great point, though, as far as maybe perhaps focusing. That's what you're trying to say. But I understand. I understand. I don't think we're necessarily different platforms. I'm talking anything. I'd fill out surveys for money if it made sense. Makes dollars. It makes sense. See what I did there? Darpan, I've got you too. Awesome. Awesome. Good night, Jan. Good night. Awesome. Definitely some connections made for sure during this live. Yeah, definitely open to any ideas. Open to any ideas. Perhaps a chat for another live stream would be just personal finance. Talk about investing a little bit. Different investment vehicles, different investment options, different things to consider. Is it worth investing? Is it not worth investing? Is it more important to just put money into acquiring real wealth, which I would consider to be like land, livestock, seeds for growing your own food, water, um, investing in developing water security. That's real wealth to me. The stuff, the fake money, the fiat money, that's not real wealth. And I want to use that money just to get things that actually matter: equipment, tools, security tools, real things that have value. Gold and silver, which might not be great to have during every situation, every preparedness scenario, but gold and silver for many preparedness scenarios is absolutely great to have, and actually for certain scenarios a priority to have. And it's also a good investment vehicle. And just, if things don't go bad, it's good to have some bullion. It's good to have some gold and slash or silver because it's a good investment vehicle if you invest wisely and know what you're doing. I love all my virtual friends I made on YouTube. Lots of amazing channels of great people. I agree, Bubbles. I agree. We are homesteaders. That's how we roll. Experienced Africans. Instead of doing those surveys, use the time to learn about how content creators make money. And I am telling you, will be shocked how much they make. Sure. Most likely I would do that. I'm just curious. I just want to learn if there's any other options out there, things I can do concurrent to the YouTube channel. Not necessarily at the same time, but like within my day, I could YouTube and do something else. But I have been, besides, my wife has a full-time job, great job, and we own the business, and I stay busy here. My wife also helps here. We are very busy with our business, and my wife is very busy with her job. Besides, again, busy praising and worshiping God, busy going to church, busy with work, busy raising our family, then work, and that priority. God, family, work, in that order. God, family, and work. Very busy. However, I am taking YouTube very seriously, and I have been learning. I will continue to learn, and I definitely am making YouTube a priority. YouTube is a priority. YouTube is absolutely a priority because I believe, and it is kind of like passive income. It does take work, it does take time, but it's something I enjoy, and it could be done part time. So yeah, I'm pushing full steam ahead, and I've been putting a lot of time, into being active in YouTube. Yeah, shocked at how much they make. Well, hopefully shocked in a good way because I actually think that from what I've learned from some people, what they make, I think is what I would consider to be good money, be life changing money. It doesn't have to be a large amount of money. Any amount of money would probably help us. Becoming a green stalker. I think you could do great content with a restaurant. It's interesting you say that. I'm going to write a note because you just reminded me. I spoke with my wife about that, and I actually will, I believe, very soon start. Let me tell you. I think we have great content with the restaurant. First of all, food shorts. People just like food, whatever. We have beautiful, awesome food here. We do. I'm not just saying that. So it's constant different dishes being put out. I have a whole humor thing. I've been working with food for 25 years about. Been in the restaurant industry for a long time. And all that time, most of that time is in the restaurant industry. 25 years of food, most of that time in the restaurant industry, all different positions up to general management, now an owner. There is so much humor. The things that happen in restaurants and things that would be inside humor to people who have worked in restaurants, worked for restaurants before, worked for restaurateurs before, restaurant managers before. There's so much inside humor, comedy that people I think would be amazing. I think it'd be a huge, huge hit. I'm not going to give away the ideas, but I'm actually excited um, to start that channel. That could be a mix of comedy, a mix of like how to run a restaurant, how to so much, just everything, a lot. So I'm excited to do that, and I could do that as I'm doing it, literally as it happens. So it could be easy to do in a way. Just like homesteading, if I was more efficient, I could just make videos as I'm doing stuff, as I'm taking care of the animals, as I'm gardening, whatever. Doesn't always work out that way, but I think it's good to just do things and record doing things at the same time, make some content. Awesome. Okay, let me see here. The option are around what you do. Right now, I'm a full-time YouTuber, and I'm so excited at what I'm envisioning now. That's throw my pen down. Awesome. Experienced Africans. That's awesome. Good for you. Good for you. Good for you. I'm actually excited for you because I want you to do well. I think you deserve to do well. I think all people deserve to do well, but I think when I meet good people, nice people, kind people, I think that they should be rewarded for their niceness, their kindness. And that's what I mean by deserve to do well. Verna is back in action. Put up a camera and have people leave reviews. At the end of the night, you can edit and post. That's awesome too. Yeah, yeah. Listen, anywhere bad reviews happen too. They happen. Um, bad happens. Bad reviews can happen from educated consumers and uneducated consumers. In other words, people that know what they're talking about, people that don't know what they're talking about. Everybody is a food expert nowadays because they can watch the Food Channel or they've seen a cooking show or they watch the Restaurant Stakeout, which I was on that show, by the way. Yes, I was actually on Restaurant Stakeout. Yep. Bar Rescue, people watch those shows and they think they're experts. Just like people watch like a real estate show or how to like flip houses and they think they're experts in real estate. That's a different discussion. Butler Family Farm, I'm off to bed. I have a big day tomorrow. Good night. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you very, very much. Install this extension on your channel, Social Blade. Huh? Extension on our channel, Social Blade. No idea what that is. Let me write it down. Social Blade. What is that? I don't even know where to start with researching that. Never even heard of that, I think. Extension on channel. Colin, this could help you. Buy me a coffee. We have Buy Me a Coffee set up. I don't think anybody's donated yet, but hopefully that will happen. Hopefully we put more helpful. Yeah, I believe there's information you put out there that's definitely could be helpful to people. I'm gonna say I know. It's a matter if they use it and understand the value. But tips, ideas, knowledge, whatever. Yeah, we had the Buy Me a Coffee thing set up. We set that up recently, actually. It's a great idea. Thank you, Verna, for putting that. And it's why we connected. My dream is to own a restaurant and enjoy travel and creating content. Whoa. We should talk. We should talk. One of my long form content videos I'm going to put out, it's been on my mind for a week or two or so, is check this out. Why you should own a restaurant. And the reason why I think that should be interesting is I've heard that controversial, even though I think it should not be controversial and / or unpopular stances, opinions are actually a great way to draw interest on videos. Now, there's probably a lot of things about why you should not open restaurants, and you'll talk about open restaurants, a bad idea. Let me tell you, I know people have made a lot of money in this industry, quite a few people. I know it's an amazing way to make very good money, and when you have systems in place and things set up well, it could be very rewarding in more than one way besides money, and it could be really awesome. It's a great way to, when you talk about multi-level branding and crossover different profit centers, business ventures, it's just great. And then type of networking and stuff that can be done with a restaurant is just incredible. Becoming a green starter. People definitely want to see the inside of that type of business. Yes, and I think that would be cool because it'd be fun for people who like are foodies. It'd be fun for people who want to be restaurateurs. It'd be fun for people who already work in the industry and want to get a kick out of seeing somebody understand what they go through. I think there's so many levels to it. I think it's going to be huge. And honestly, I have no problem showing the good, the bad, and the ugly. The good reviews, the bad reviews. The times we stumble, times that things get burnt, food goes out looking bad. Like life happens, mistakes happen. I'm excited, very excited to do that. Now this is your money bag. Now this is your money bag, but we need to talk, and I will let you know how the money will come in. Now this is your money bag, but we will need to talk, and I will let you know how the money will come in. Not sure exactly what you mean, but I'm open to it. Nice connecting to your channel and great conversations tonight. Much love and prosperity to everybody. You too, Bubbles. I hope you stay well, assuming you are well. Be well, Bubbles. Be well. Thank you. Oh, okay, okay. Experienced Africans. You have to tell people about the Buy Me a Coffee too. Thank you. I see. It's. I might have thought of that on my own, but I think sometimes we could just forget or not think about things that might sound like common sense, but they're so simple but so powerful. Might not have even thought about that. Just mentioning it in the videos, whatever. It's a great thing that I don't think I thought of. That's amazing. Um, that's absolutely awesome. That is awesome. Exactly what I mean. What is exactly what you mean, experienced Africans? I have a friend with a very successful restaurant, and he does use the humor side of things to promote across social media. Works well. Okay, that's awesome. And so I think Jamaican Farmers Hut staying active in the chat. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. That's cool. Yeah, there's a lot of humor. There's so much humor, and there's real like next level restaurant humor where like I want to say maybe only people who've worked in a restaurant would understand. And it could be simple. It could be like a oh, there's so much. Just stay tuned because I'm gonna start the channel soon, and it's gonna be fun and easy and definitely cathartic and therapeutic um, for me, for sure. There's so much to be said, so much to be said, and I think there is I assume there are probably there could be many. There's channels that talk about like server humor, like waiter waitress humor, cook humor, kitchen humor in restaurants, stuff like that. But I don't know if there's any channels that they cover all of that, and if there is, we're gonna do the same thing. If there's not, we'll be the first to do it. That I could let you know how you can use your restaurant content to make money with your wealth of experience. Awesome. Well, I mean, yeah, I mean that's what you're talking about as far as like just staying in my wheelhouse, staying with what I know, because I don't know a lot. My knowledge in life, the bulk of the lion's share of my work experience and life experience, as far as like making money, has come from martial arts instruction, teaching martial arts, fitness, wellness, diet, supplementation, nutrition. When I was, personal trainer at a gym and teaching martial arts, kind of a crossover there, and restaurant industry, working with food. Um, those are the things, and then also homesteading, gardening, livestock, limited, but my specialties. So yeah, I mean, restaurants, food, um, working with food and restaurants, um, gardening, livestock, homesteading type stuff, um, diet, nutrition, wellness, supplementation, martial arts. Those are the things that I've done for years. American Trucker's Wife, welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you so much. Thumbs up, Holistic. There's another great channel. I've connected with them recently, and they've been super supportive, super supportive. Let me give you a wrench. There's a great channel right there. If you folks are not connected, those folks are not connected. If you folks are not connected to, I'm sorry, might have said that incorrectly, misspoke, whatever that's considered. If you're not connected to American Trucker's Wife, please connect. Great supporter, great channel. American Trucker's Wife, if you're not connected to these awesome channels, I highly recommend it. There's some real great channels here, great supporters. Colin, we need to get you some quail for your homestead so you can incorporate them into your restaurant menu. Well, first of all, in short, I would say yes, absolutely, because that would be great and it's unique and it's different, but it's something that people might be familiar with and it's not as exotic and flavor profile and the ways that we can cook it or whatever, but the awesome government unfortunately makes it difficult or impossible for us to just use food from wherever we want to source it from. If I can't just go to a local farm or farm stand and just buy stuff and sell it, whatever. The government and all their awesomeness, sarcasm, makes it so that we have to get get our food from certified sources or whatever. They have to be like destroying certain places or vendors we can get our food from. They have to have permits and stuff like that. So I would not be able to just bring stuff from our homestead into the restaurant, which I could understand the logic behind it, but it's not really, I'm not going to get into it. Anything the government does to really just make it seem like they're looking out to protect you really is just not really protecting you. And I believe people should have freedom of choice. If they eat at a restaurant and they get sick, don't eat there. I don't think the government can protect everybody from all dangers because we could be getting our stuff from vendors that are reputable vendors that have their permits and people could still get sick. Don't even get me started. Get myself started. But I mean, I'm just saying, I've heard that immoral laws are meant to be broken or should be broken. It's actually moral to break immoral laws. So I'm not saying I would break laws. I'm not saying I would encourage people to break laws, but who knows? I don't know. Who knows? Just saying, not saying. Let me give you that wrench, American Trucker's Wife, if I did not already. Seems like I don't see it. Oh, no, I did. So hopefully it shows up. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right, let me see what's up. Let me see what's up. I missed some stuff. Don't want to miss anything with this awesome chat here. Like it's getting stuck. Hold on, let me move. All right, all right. Your experience working with restaurants and food. So homesteading and gardening, is everyone getting their seeds? We have, well, it's subjective. We have a lot of seeds saved. A lot. I believe seeds, speaking of money, speaking of wealth, I believe seeds is a form of wealth. We have a lot of seeds. I'm actually probably going to go on I'm going to buy more seeds. Who am I kidding? I was going to say I'm going to go on like a fiscal fast and not buy more seeds, or we're definitely going on a fiscal fast. We want to try to, do better financially right now. But as far as like a seed fast, like not buying more seeds, I don't foresee that happening. All the seeds. I want all the seeds. All the seeds. Oh, thank you, Holistic. You're very welcome, American Trucker's Life. Very welcome. Seeds are more important than having money. Seeds are wealth. Seeds, food, important. Without it, well, we don't exist anymore. Awesome. I think some connections. You'd offer a private dining experience at the homestead. That's an excellent idea. And one of my dreams, I don't know if I shared this with my wife or not, but I assume I might have, is we have enough property. There's not too many acres, like 7 acres, but we have enough property to have a little bed and breakfast, maybe little mini restaurant, farm to table kind of thing, private dining experience. There's some connections I have with a person who does like foraging here in the Ozarks region. There's definitely some things we could do. But that's a great idea. Becoming a green stalker, you have some great ideas. Great ideas, and that could be something we charge a premium for to people that have substantial discretionary income that will be interested in something like that. It'd be a cool experience. I believe it's also a homestead. I believe is a beautiful place. It'd be great to have outside dining and do something really nice there. Am I Gardener at a 50% off sale? 50% off sale today on seeds? What? Thank you for the heads up. I might have to just look into that and buy more seeds. That's awesome. 50%. That's awesome. You can never have too many seeds. I agree. I agree. Like it's a joke. Like I went to Baker Creek Seed Heirloom Company. I think I spent $139 in their store buying seeds. That's after we already had seeds. We have seeds. We believe in having lots of seeds. And I like the variety of growing different things. I am Vay's Place. I am rich in seeds, but lacking in a few that I want. I would love to send you some seeds for free, Verna. I would absolutely send you some seeds. Becoming a green stalker. What are you looking for, Vay? Right now, I don't know for sure. After that, I'm also poor on land. As you know, I only have pots and green stalk. Is green stalk like the thing that for vertical gardening, like the pots or the containers that they go upwards? Is that a specific type of thing? I like those like tower gardenings. Have you seen The Lost Kitchen? I think I have not, but I'm writing it down. I will check that out. Is that a documentary? Yep, it's vertical gardening. Cool. I love maximizing space. Yeah, I saw your video recently, Base Place, of your that little area outside where you live. That's awesome. You got a lot growing there. A lot growing there. Did you see my comments? I think I commented about putting some. I think they would be considered brambles, some raspberries or blackberries there. I don't know if you could put raspberries and blackberries there because I don't know if they would breed and create a hybrid. But even if they did, maybe that hybrid would be awesome. Um, maybe seedless blackberries would be cool. Maybe they're easier, better to eat, more worthwhile as far as effort, whatever. As far as effort of like not having to take less effort because you don't have to take the seeds out of them, eat them whole. Or maybe blackberries that have seeds, you could eat the seeds. I don't think I know. I think I don't know actually. I'm gonna say I don't know. We've got like one, two, three to four different types of blackberries growing. Um, I don't think any have produced any fruit, and if they have, I don't think I've seen them. Maybe the animals got to them, but they're like second year, maybe. We'll see. It's really good. It's a show on, I think, Magnolia Network. Really good business model. Awesome. Yes, can't do it as landlord doesn't want us to plant in the ground. Oh, well, um, large container, a raised bed. Put a raised bed back there, a narrow but long raised bed. Do it that way. And even if you don't, whatever, have a raised bed, don't want to spend the money, don't want to build it, whatever. Multiple containers, multiple pots, growing pots, whatever, with your blackberries or whatever. You may need to put a net over the bushes that the birds can eat. That's true. I'm just trying to remember if I even saw any fruit on there ever produced. Like I wonder if I saw any unripe fruit there that I wonder if I ever sold any unripe fruit and then like went back and didn't see it anymore. I don't remember. I don't even know if they ever produced. Done at your house and also shared to my community. That's awesome. I have 5 pots in the green stalk. Well, let me tell you, Verna, we're from New York, and when we lived in New York, I really should post that video. It would be really cool. You could see me 4, 5, 6, 7 years ago, however long ago it was, in New York in our suburban slash suburban, kind of like an urban suburban area, highly populated suburb, very small backyard, growing a massive amount of food in containers. I did have some in-ground growing in some areas, and I grew a lot of food, and I got real creative. I maximized every space in the ground. Let me tell you, maximized it. I grew like intensive, I think it would be called gardening. Just really, really packed it in. And I don't believe certain circumstances it might be better for like yield or whatever, or having less pest issues or whatever, to not pack them in. But I packed them in. Tomatoes, all that, very densely planted, and they work great. I've heard, as long as they're not fighting for resources, they have enough nutrition in the soil and enough water. I don't really see the limiting factors. I think it's more of an issue if people are having not enough nutrition in their soil. We had great soil there, built it up with a lot of organic matter and compost and partially broken down compost. Grew a lot. We had some concrete. I literally took with a sledgehammer myself and manually smashed up concrete and pulled out, I think, rebar that held the concrete together just to get more actual ground. Put a bunch of sticks and organic matter and essentially had like a flat hugelkultur mound, kind of shallow, not very deep. Created some soil and was growing all kinds of stuff in that too. It was amazing. But you could grow a lot of food in containers. That's why I tell people, you live in the suburbs, live in urban areas, no excuse to not grow your own food. If you have you have a shelf, a windowsill, you can grow stuff. Grow lights, hydroponics. There's so many ways. If you've got like a porch or a deck, put some containers out there. Bubbles. Over the winter, I want to grow some watermelon, red peppers, carrots indoors. I think will be fun. That would be really cool. That would be really cool. We've got a lot of stuff growing in containers. We have stuff growing in our food forest area. We have a fruit orchard. Besides that, the in-ground growing, besides the stuff we have growing in the food forest area, was really very sad this year. I don't think we really got anything out of it, really, because we've been so busy with this new business. That could be at least that's the reason or one of the reasons why. But I want to just garden more for sure. You may need to put a net. Got that. 5 pots and green stock, and then we'll need to give it some Epsom salt. Epsom salt for the blackberries. Okay. Magnesium, perhaps. Bubble, you could do that in a green stalk. Oh. Oh, you're saying bubbles. Oh, okay. Like watermelons, peppers, carrots. Yeah, maybe watermelons, maybe they could like cascade down. Strawberries I've seen in those vertical towers. The runners that go out, you can just plant the runners as they grow. So cool. Oh, I love gardening. Cooey and rabbit poo are great for plants. Well, we do have meat rabbits, and I've heard rabbit poo is great. I've sprinkled it in our compost. I've sprinkled it in our planter. I've sprinkled it in our 2 garden beds. I think maybe around our mulberry tree or trees, and maybe in our food forest a little bit. I don't know. I haven't really done like a control and variable group to see if they've worked, if the rabbit poo has worked well. I just assume it has because I've heard great things. I'll probably know more next year because I think it might have been only 1 year we've done it, or only part of a year that we've done it. But I assume it hasn't hurt. I haven't seen it, negatively affect. But I don't even know if I would be able to tell that unless I did real control and variable group kind of a side-by-side experiment. But I've heard rabbit poop is great. I assume it's helped, and I assume it will help in the future. We have lots of rabbit poo. Cooey, that sounds great. I mean, you're saying it's great. It's great. Maybe it's similar to rabbit poo. Rabbit poop. Rabbit manure. Rabbit poo. Yes, you can plant in so many ways. Just make a farmer. What do you grow? Becoming. I will be doing hydroponics. I will be doing hydroponics and sprouts in the cold months. That's awesome. Sprouts are great. Thank you for checking out the channel. That's the plant support works. I grew pumpkins and watermelon too this year. Huh. In green stalks, you can buy the vine rails. Not really sure what vine rails are. I gotta look into these green stalks. I do. Interesting. 3 of them on my 4-tier green stalk. Sprouts for my animals and myself. That's great. Like kind of like fodder. Yeah, I got these plans. Woo! Let me tell you. I want to, in short, I want to take all the miscellaneous seeds that I have. I save miscellaneous seeds, stuff from store-bought stuff, whatever, store-bought food, cover crop kind of plants, just miscellaneous plants. And I want to use that biodiversity. It could be like 50 to 100 different types of plants. Use that as my cover crop, and use that cover crop. If I lose some due to animals eating it, fine. I'm feeding the nature and the wildlife in my area, which is my property, which is going to help our property and therefore help our food production in ways, help improve the soil, help in a lot of ways. Bring lots of deer, turkey, whatever animals onto our property, which I want. I like protein around me, I like protein around us. Use that as like a livestock garden and cover crop at the same time. And then you get into the biodiversity will hopefully limit pests, because in biodiverse growing, you actually have less pests, less unwanted animals, less unwanted bugs, because it's more difficult for them in the monocrop. In a monocrop situation, they just jump from one crop that they like to the next, to the next, to the next, and just destroy. They can get confused. I think they might confuse the scent to some animals and or insects. And also they don't just jump from one crop to the next, because they might have crops that they don't like, that they don't have interest in, surrounding the crops that they do. So it'll stop them from spreading and destroying a whole area. It's about biodiversity, creating lots of organic matter, cover crop, food for our livestock. I can chop and drop and improve the soil. A lot of organic biomass. I could chop that stuff up, throw it into our compost pile. I mean, it's just unlimited. Not unlimited. It's just there's many benefits I think to doing that. And there's always those miscellaneous seeds. I like to know what I'm growing. So those seeds that might get mixed up and pour them on a table, I'm seed saving, and I'm like, I don't know what they are. Well, I don't have to know what they are as long as they're not invasive. Put them in those miscellaneous. I'll make a video or videos about this. Put them in those jars that are just mixed seeds. Mixed seeds. Um, be great. Be great for the birds. I love watching birds. Just be great. Holistic, can you pin my comment if you're not pinning anything so I don't have to drop it over and over again? Okay. Um, please don't make fun of me. You can if you want. Pardon my ignorance. How do I pin a comment, sir? Let me click on it. Maybe to the right. Pin a comment, maybe. Pin message. Boom. Message pin. There you go. Thank you for letting me know. I'd love to help in any way I can. Experienced Africans. Folks, show experienced Africans some support. If you're not connected, please connect. And definitely mark that down. You can get a reminder, however it works, put it in your calendar, whatever you got to do to show support for his live whenever that happens. That would be really cool. Experienced Africans, don't forget to give the host a thumbs up. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Do appreciate that. I'm going to wrap this up in just a few minutes, folks. Going to be heading out. Oh, but then again, Freedom by Me is here. I've got to stay on for another 2.5 hours now. Not saying that Freedom by Me would hang out that long, but I might just be motivated now that he is here in the chat. Freedom by Me, awesome, awesome channel. Great supporter. Please connect. You like that? Welcome, Freedom by Me. Yeah, just a cool person. Just a great selfless supporter. Please connect. Experienced Africans. I feel like if you're not connected to Freedom by Me, you definitely would like to connect to his channel. He's been in the chat before, I believe, so you folks might have already connected. I feel like a superstar. Just connected. Yeah, Freedom by Me, just great. I see you got 100 new subscribers since last time I was in chat. Power moves, man. Power moves. Making it happen. Well, I'm not making it happen. I'm trying to make it happen, but it's happening because I've had awesome support from great people and great channels, which is made up. Channels exist because people run by people, made up of people. Definitely had support for some great people. Been making some moves. Been spending time in other people's lives, showing support, trying to do the things. Trying to do the things. Yeah. Watch hours is a big focus right now. I feel that watch hours can take some time, hopefully not so long. The watch hours. And I feel that we'll probably, at this rate, with my quick math that I've done, we'll probably hit 1,000 subscribers. Hopefully we will. I think we will. We're gonna hit 1,000 subscribers way before we hit 4,000 watch hours. So that's where we're at right now. I've been known to do a thing at times. Nice. So yeah, watch hours. That is the focus right now. Yeah, I think the lives have been helping. I think I need more long-term content. My channel randomly exploded last month. I'm getting like 40 to 50 new subscribers a day inexplicably. Yes. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Good for you. Well, I mean, from my understanding, my limited understanding, it really very much is, and I think I've seen it. I think that our channel grew faster because I learned more and I did more things and I put more time into it. And I was showing support to others. I showed support, but I didn't understand how it all worked initially. And I wasn't really, I learned, and I don't know if I was putting out content just as frequently or more frequently, whatever. But I definitely learned. I do think, I don't know if it's because that reason and slash or because when we're fighting the algorithm, the initial growth is slow. Initial growth is slow, then it kind of really picks up because the larger channels, they're just getting recommended. The algorithm is pushing out those videos into people's searches. So I mean, it makes sense. Had a blessed night all. Got some work I have to get done. Well, thank you for stopping by, Verna. I am so happy you were here. Had a great time, and I hope to see you soon. I'm trying to stop by your channel and show support sooner, hopefully sooner rather than later. I've been posting a short a day. Great, great. Yeah, I just it's so busy. Could be an excuse, but I really need to just get more content up too. I think that's what is working for me. Awesome. To boost watch hours, every one person in live chats counts towards that goal. Every 1 hour of streaming with one person equals one watch hour. Okay, Bubbles RC. I think I understand that. But what's interesting was when I went to Studio, it says since published, and it'll say 0.3 watch hours. And I know that I've had a lot more people watching for a lot longer than that. Since published, I think is this after the live stream itself. Then it'll be like 0.5 watch hours. But then it goes like first 7 days or something. And it'll say like 9 hours or something like that. So I'm really hoping that I didn't miss a setting or something I should have clicked or chose or whatever. I hope that right now, this live, as it's happening, I'm accumulating watch hours, which I think I am. Shorts don't count for watch hours, so we're getting monetized, but you can get a lot of subs from them. Yeah, that's what I've heard. Just getting traffic to the channel, piquing interest, for sure. Hooking them, for sure. An African located at the moment in the Middle East, in Dubai, I believe. Is Dubai considered Africa or Asia? How did you know Dubai? Did you look at his channel? Yeah, where is Dubai? I actually think I don't know. I might have known this but forgot. Maybe I'm just tired. Where is Dubai? Saudi Arabia? Freedom by me. Yep. Advanced scouting. I might have in the Middle East, UAE. Okay, United Arab Emirates. I might have been about to say United Arab Emirates and slash or was just going to yell out random countries like Yemen, wherever. UAE. Okay, okay. Yes, you've been steady average of 5 bullets tonight, so a 2-hour stream equals 10 watch hours theoretically. Okay, that makes sense, and that was my understanding. Thank you for explaining, sir. Or ma'am, I have to check. In UAE. Okay. What are your watch hours now? You need to check 365 days. That's what matters. Yes, I'm talking about that fellow, sir. You identify as sir? Are you a sir who identifies as a sir? Are you not a sir who identifies as a sir? You don't have to answer that, but I'm just having fun here. Watch hours are currently at like 436 or something like that, 436, which that might be really sad and pathetic actually. So got some work to do, got some grinding to do. And yes, that's the watch hours. That's I go to the earn tab under the YouTube Studio, and that shows the last 12 months. And I'm looking at the lives. If I just look at watch hours, it'll say since published, it'll say 0.5 hours. But if I go to like last 7 days or something, because the lives are new. When I say last 7 days or whatever, those are lives that have been like the last 7 days, for example. It'll be experienced Africans. Just call me Harry. It's not pathetic. You are doing okay. All right. Well, thank you, sir. Thank you. Lots of RC car content. Lots of RC car content. RC car content. So I'm gonna guess, dude. Identify. 21st century mumbo jumbo. Well, yeah. 21st century mumbo jumbo. That's what it is, man. That's what it is. That's what it is. This craziness, craziness. RCs are super cool, by the way. There's a buddy of mine who's got some RC, a couple of like little car truck things, and they're just so cool. They're fast. They're like they're just as fast, not faster than real vehicles. They're just ridiculous. They're cool. Sometimes it takes time to update. Yeah, I think it's like 2 days or something. I identify as an A10 warthog. I don't even know what it is, but it's a thing, so therefore it's funny. A10 warthog. Is that a military thing? What is an A10 warthog? Is that a military thing? I shouldn't have laughed. I shouldn't have laughed because I didn't really know what you were saying, but I just knew it was something silly or funny. Because it wasn't A10 warthog is not a person, so I knew it was I must have known it was a thing or an animal. What is an A10 warthog? The A10 is the most potent attack aircraft ever devised. Interesting. 30 millimeter, 7-barrel Gatling cannon in the nose. Interesting. I don't know if I've ever heard of that. I'm originally from Philly, the cesspool of America. I don't know. You could say the cesspool of America is in New York. But I live in Kentucky now. I've lived all over America, though. Very cool. Tank killer. Wow. Wow. Huh. Yeah, the watch hours. It it like it. Let's say I posted a video yesterday, or like or 2 days ago, 3 days ago. I'll click on the Earn tab under Studio, and it'll say since published 0.5 hours or something like that. Then 7 days, which I'm assuming counts as before published, it'll be like 9 or something like that. So I'm hoping that's the pre-published hours. It's like 9 hours. Hopefully that's like the pre-published hours that do count, hopefully. And then the published is just post live after the live is done. I guess that would be considered published. Hawaii, wow. Georgia, Oklahoma, PA, Florida, and now Kentucky. Wow, Hawaii. That's very cool. My advice there is to post a long form video daily. I'm going to. Those watch hours add up. 5 to 10 minute videos. Yes, sir. I had 20,000 watch hours the past 28 days. Whoa, that's awesome. That's impressive. Wow. Yeah, I definitely will try to make the time if I can. I think I should be able to if I just budget better with my time perhaps and post more long form content. For sure. For sure. Videos are harder. Say it's a 15-minute video. It needs to be watched 4 times for 1 hour. Sure. But as far as this, it brings up a different topic. As far as replay, I heard that like replays don't count. I don't know if they don't count towards views. I don't know if they count towards watch hours, but it's only a certain amount of replays count towards views and / or watch hours in a certain time. Like if somebody watches a short video like 5 times within a half hour or something like that, it resets and they have to wait before it starts counting again or something. I don't know. I'm not sure how that works. They're up forever though, Bubbles. In 1 year you'll still be getting watch time. So let me ask you a question, folks. Let's say I'm going to say when. When we hit 1,000 subscribers, when we hit 4,000 watch hours, will we need to stay above that watermark in order to have to have the ads earn to be monetized? Or is it that once you hit that, even if you drop below that, and I mean, we're going to keep growing, but if we were to hit that and we become monetized, would we lose our monetization or temporarily not be monetized if we drop below 1,000 subscribers and / or 4,000 watch hours? Or is it once you're monetized even if you drop to 950 subscribers and 3,000 watch hours in the past year? Hopefully I asked that in a way that makes sense. Shorts don't count for monetized watch hours. Okay, yes, I think you might have mentioned that before, and yes, I have heard that shorts do not count for monetized watch hours. Feeding by me. No, as in no, as in no to freedom by me. When you said no, were you saying no to having to stay above 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours in order to be monetized? Yes, repeats always count. I just watched some videos about saying repeats only count if it's a certain amount within a certain period of time. Like you can't just keep watching and watching and watching, getting the repeats. And I think that might have been for views, perhaps, because then I think there's YouTube apparently goes in and does a manual adjustment, whatever that means, and will like I'm assuming take views away. I wonder if the same thing counts for watch hours, where if somebody were to watch my video 3 times in an hour, if like that stops and then they have to wait before the hours counts again, like wait a day before they could watch again and have those hours would count again. Difficult to explain this, I think, or at least for me. Maybe this is for me right now. Not sure about subscribers. If the watch hours is a one-time thing, well, that's good. I mean, well, I hope I would stay above that always, but I mean, it's good to not have that hanging over my head, like thinking about that. Once monetized, you can have low watch hours as the pay would just be less. Only matters when you need to get monetized. Okay, see, I'm learning from you folks. This is awesome. Thank you all. Thank you, Bubbles. Thank you, Experienced Africans. Thank you, Freedom by Me. Thank you so much. It's just like passing through school to get a certificate. Okay, that's a great way to explain it. Your own watch hours count too. Hold up. So when the Holistic Heritage Homestead channel watches Holistic Heritage Homestead's videos, those watch hours count? It has nothing to do with if you don't study after school, your certificate will not be withdrawn. That's a great example. Loose in view will equal less watch hours. Like you're saying, like less views, less watch hours, probably correlated or usually correlated. I mean, you could have more views, depends if they're watching. You have more people watching the videos, but they're watching less of the video. That might not mean, 20-minute video with 3 people watching the whole video is better than 10 people watching 30 seconds of the video. So, I mean, but generally speaking, I'm assuming the trend would be more views, more watch hours. I mean, that's what you're saying, I assume. You can make an 8-hour ASMR video and watch it every day, and that's 30 times 8 hours per month. Yes. Whoa. I've been thinking about that long form stuff where I just like I set the phone up or whatever, just record like our homestead, our beautiful homestead, our property, and just nature. I think that'd be cool. Once you watch a video, it doesn't count again until after 45 days. That's what I'm saying. I think there's more to it. That's my understanding anyway. Your understanding is that from our channel, we could watch our own videos and that counts. I mean, to be honest, to be fair, I don't know. I would think that should not work that way because that would be, see now that I've never heard. Yeah, there's different things I hear, and that's great to have these discussions because we could learn from one another and be like, hey, I think that's true, that's not true, and correct one another. And yeah, because I've heard different things, and I've heard different things about how to connect with people, what's the proper way, and what counts. Excuse me, what doesn't count, what might have connections taken away, views taken away. Don't watch from your channel. Yeah, I would not watch from our content channel. Most big channels aim for 30 minutes because it's easier math to follow if YT takes a view. If YT take a view, that's 0.5 watch hour. Interesting. I have to think about that. Maybe because I'm tired. Take a view. Okay, so half. Okay, so a full view for one person would be half an hour, 0.5 hour. Okay. I made ASMR so we could listen to when going to bed. They count. That's great. Once you do replay with your channel over and over again, you lose views and subscribers. Oh. Oh. I have no advice on live chat stuff. So you're saying if I, from a different channel than our content channel, were to watch our content channel's videos over and over, I would lose views and subscribers? I have a community of people that are in your standard or supportive to do it for you. I have a community of people that are in your standard. I'm not sure what you mean by in my standard. Or in the community. I have never done a live chat. Freedom by me, you should do a live chat. That would be cool. Can we do a live chat together? That would be super cool. But there are tricks I can teach you if you contact me. I absolutely will contact you, sir. Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, I'm even afraid to like mention the things that we do. Sure, at some point. Yeah, let's do it. That'd be super cool. There's the things that we do too. I think might be considered tricks to help out the channel. Hopefully they work. But yeah, we've got family trying to help us out, and hopefully I've been getting mentored by Buckeye Ballistics. He's 45,000 subs. Wow, that's awesome. I will try to check out that channel. That's a channel I would like to support. Well, I should support him because if he helps you, then I should support him. You might have mentioned that before, but I might have forgot. People that are looking for watch hours, that is what I mean by in your standard. Oh, and like in the same position as we are in. Oh. Another great way to make YT like you is audience retention. The higher that is, they will push your videos for more views. Keeping the audience watching longer on a video is the key, in my opinion. Sure, I've heard that, and I need to be more animated when I do my videos and be like, hey, welcome, did you know? And try to get attention for the first few seconds to hook them, and then have different things changing on the screen every minute or so, every few seconds, and this and that. I've been studying on all that. I just got to really focus on the content and editing and production. And I think once we get there, I think I'm not saying this in a bragging way, but I think I've got enough up here to share. It's just I need to share it in a way that will work better. It can also help like I am doing now and also run your playlist. That's awesome. Yeah, and I'm all about it. I'll be doing that for you too. I've been it's also when I see people on their lives and stuff, I try to support their lives. I know it's gonna help their watch hours. I think that's just a good way to help them, and hopefully they'll jump on our lives and support us. Remember, if you put up long ASMRs, even if you get a trickle of views, it adds up. That's a great point. You don't have to be like others. Okay, interesting. That's a good point too. I don't really care about the money. I'll worry about that once I hit 10K. Yeah, well, Freedom by me, I want your channel to explode. And I want you to make money. I want you to make a lot of money off your channel. Even if you don't want the money. Take that money. Right now, my goal is subscribers. Awesome. Exactly. They want entertainers. Yeah. You're absolutely amazing the way you are now, and we are not bored. That's why we're here. Well, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I like to have fun, and I think that there's definitely some things that I could do. I could be my better self as far as content, and I could show maybe the funny side of me that I think exists. I could, speak in a way or ways that I think might catch attention and keep attention. And I think that if I could get some good information out there that could be helpful to people, I think that'd be good too. Like how-to videos, I think would be great. I think review videos are great. Our biggest video that has thousands of views, which is a long form video, is our I believe it's pronounced ahi, our ahi cherapito video for it's a plant review about a pepper plant, and there's thousands of views. We've been getting a lot of people from that. I have 873 subscribers in the past 28 days. Awesome. So at this pace, I'll be at 10K pretty fast. That's awesome. That's awesome. Great. Spread that freedom. Sprinkle some freedom. Get some freedom on your day. That's what people need. Wake up with a little freedom. Start your day with a little freedom. End your day with a little ASMR freedom. I'm telling you that's awesome. If you can get an old GoPro and set it up on your homestead every day to share just natural sounds and videos, and people can come in and watch. You don't have to be there like you are now. You'll build great watch hours. Excellent, excellent ideas. Yeah, the ASMR, like you said, get the GoPro and get those videos. Yeah, no, it won't take my time. Hopefully, it won't just die out. I don't think it would. You have great content. You're cool, and it's growing like this. I think it would honestly, just by understanding the nature of the algorithm, I think your channel could speed up, should accelerate and grow. Yeah, the long format ASMR stuff. Great idea. I think you could even stream that live. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Yes, people do stream that stuff live now that I think about it. I mean, people just straight up write down. I think I've seen this, like silent live for WH watch hours or whatever. I mean, hey, listen, whatever works, whatever works, whatever works. Because I understand why YouTube works the way it works. At least partially, I think I do rather. And I could say that I understand that obviously more the audience retention and the longer they stay on the videos and all that, and the larger the channel, they can recommend the larger channels and push them out and all that. I get that. But those larger channels don't necessarily have the best information and content. They don't. In general, because they are larger channels, they probably hopefully have learned over time, and they might have better editing, production, better thumbnails. They do things in a more polished way. Sure, and I'm sure there is a general trend of it being relative to, like, you know, content, editing, production, all that stuff. Content and or editing and or production. Um, Actually, editing could be maybe production could be. I guess editing would be part of production maybe. Um, but you could find small channels that have like hundreds of subscribers, less, slightly more, however many subscribers, and they could have amazing information, world class, super useful like information. It's just how do you get the information out there? And entertainment and is value. The value is this. I've heard this, and it's simple but so true. It's what value do you bring? There's different types of value. Value could be information, like that could be how to just review, doing the thinking and work for somebody else and reviewing like a plant or a product so that it makes it easier for them to make a decision. They don't have to do all the research. Maybe you give them the information of the research, how to's, how to garden, how to raise chickens, how to compost, how to you know shoot freedom tools, whatever. Or entertainment value. There's plenty of stuff I watch that's just entertainment value, educational value, historical stuff, whatever. It's all value. And whatever doesn't fall into like education, learning, whatever, probably entertainment somehow. Hmm. Hold on, let me go up here. I missed something. Not sure how to do that, but I've seen live ASMR stuff streaming. Again, it was fun chatting. I'm off to watch an episode of Roadkill before bed. It's a car show. Awesome. Well, thank you very much. Thank you very, very much, Bubbles. I really do appreciate it. And I'm definitely gonna try to stop by your place soon and show some support. I will make that a priority. Making a note to make sure I do that. And thank you very much. You're pretty cool. Thank you. Well, I assume you're cool because you seem like you've been really cool in the chat and you seem friendly and helpful and supportive. So I think that makes you pretty cool. And thanks again. Night Bubbles Freedom by me. That is just long form video. Live ASMR stuff streaming. I mean, live, I assume, could just be long form video. The reason why YouTube like you to have The reason why YouTube likes you to have all this milestones is to say that advertisers will be willing to put ads on your content because your subscribers will watch. Sure, it means you have a community, and that is what they need for sure, for sure. I was just saying, like, just randomly that larger channels aren't necessarily better as far as like the content or whatever. I think if you just persist, you'll eventually hit at least 10K. That would be amazing. You have all it takes to be a great channel, and I will be here to celebrate your 1 million subscribers soon. That would be so awesome. Thank you, sir, for your kind words. What state you in? We are in the awesome state of Missouri, man. From New York. From New York. My wife and I both from New York. Moved here about 4 or 5 years ago, and we are so, so, so unbelievably happy to be here. It's just an incredible place, beautiful and amazing, and lots of freedom with just really straight up, like on average, as far as per capita, amazing people. Lots of subs definitely helps getting free stuff to review for sure, for sure. Yeah, and I understand how they want the larger channels and the audience and all that, and I'm not knocking their business model or anything because it's logical and it makes sense. It's just it's just as a separate thing. It just seems like it's harder to get that traction to show up in the searches when people search and everything else, and it makes sense. You got to grind hard. I mean, I think it might be fair to say that your first subscribers are your most difficult to get, because then you build a network, a community. Like, for example, we have a community now of people sharing and stuff like that, and then that's been helping us. So, like, without having people to share the page, and we didn't do a live stream until we were over 500-600 subs, which some people might recommend doing that after 1,000 or whatever, but I did it anyway. Come out of the shed anytime. Boom! What part of MO? Southwest, sir. I agree. It took me 1 year to get 1,000. It's been like 2 years for us, but we really didn't put much energy and focus into it and take it seriously. And also, there were certain things I didn't know as far as knowledge before. In the past 3 months, I've gotten 1.17K. That's so awesome. Western Kentucky. Yeah, you're actually not far. I was in Kentucky. I don't know if it was Eastern. I don't remember where. I was in Kentucky a few months back. My first time in Kentucky. Beautiful state. Seems like a lot of people love freedom there. My best friend who is married to my wife's cousin. My best friend who's the godfather of our 5-year-old. And I am the godfather to his daughter, very close. His mom and his stepfather live in Kentucky. And we went there and had an awesome time. Beautiful there. Amazing channel you have. I would like to have one of this Vortex Crossfire HD 1400 laser rangefinder. Thanks, Experience. It is a good rangefinder. Experienced Africans, you're cool. You're interesting, man. Random before I go, Experienced Africans, because I could just check, but I commented on one of your videos. I don't know, in the past couple of weeks or whenever, talking about one of your videos about it is Nigerian. I'm assuming a Nigerian politician speaking, and I might have assumed what the video is about because I really don't know, because I don't know the context. I couldn't really tell necessarily. I don't think. What was that video about? Him being an advocate for Africa being controlled by Africans, or Africans having more control over their natural resources, and how other foreign powers play in Africa, invest in Africa, like buy land in Africa, control factories, manufacturing in Africa. Like, was he talking about having certain rules and guidelines that other countries would have to like abide by in order to like do business in Africa? You don't have to answer all that or really any of that, because I was just really curious. That was on my mind, because I am actually a big advocate of. I believe in that. I don't believe in carving up spheres of influence. I believe in free markets and all that, and I believe in capitalism, not the way it's being practiced in America, but I do believe in capitalism. And I do believe in people traveling and freedom of travel. I believe in that. I believe in freedom like intensely. But I do think that like Africa, for example, Africans should be directly benefiting more from benefiting more from their raw materials and their resources. I don't believe like there's the point where it's like, all right, business is business, and if people take bad deals, then they take bad deals. Then there's a point where it's exploitation. That's bad. That's bad. I don't think people should be. I like greed because not necessarily a bad thing. It might have a bad connotation, but not necessarily a bad denotation. But wanting wealth is not a bad thing. But abusing people and taking advantage of people is bad. Give you a +1 experience. Awesome. Africans are being exploited every day, even when we are now independent. So, okay, so that's what I'm talking about. So yeah, I will say, I don't know if you understood. I'll have to check out that video you posted. There is a certain. This is all I will say. There is a certain ethno-religious group that not all people that belong to this ethno-religious group, but there is a certain ethno-religious group that essentially controls the world and is known for historically exploiting peoples around the world. That's all I'll say. Yeah. Yeah, freedom by me. And you're talking to me, which I think you might be. A collaboration? For sure. Absolutely. Absolutely. We farm cocoa, but we can't afford chocolates. That's what I'm saying. Stuff like that. It's horrible. You're a bit too far to collab with experienced Africans. Well, you meant like an in-person collaboration. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Let's do some freedom things, man. And you never know. Experienced Africans might be here in the States at some point. We have diamonds, but we can't afford diamonds. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. If you're, I think I agree with what you believe. And I do believe in people like, it's a whole different, I really don't want to get into this now. I do believe in people having the freedom to say, hey, here's a job, take it or leave it. You want to work for that amount of money? Work for that amount of money. If you don't, leave the job and don't work there. But there comes a point, and I don't believe in forcing anything. I don't believe the government should necessarily force people to be moral. I don't believe you can legislate morality. However, it should be human nature to be fair and generous. And there's a lot that I could say about that. Mark the Shark, welcome, welcome, welcome. I got no money. You got lots of teeth though, Mark. We have gold but don't have hospitals. Yeah, it's horrible. Yes, I do. China is taking Africa over big time economically. Absolutely. And I'll tell you, China, Pepsi Garden TV. I was just about to mention the Philippines. Speaking of the Philippines, Pepsi Garden TV, plant union and eggplant make money. Not sure what you mean by union. Pepsi Garden is a great channel, folks. Please connect. Mark the Shark, welcome, welcome, welcome. Let me get you a wrench, Mark. If you're not connected to Mark the Shark, connect to Mark the Shark. All right, all right. Mark the Shark. I'm drawing a blank, Mark. Please pardon my memory. I'm trying to remember if I'm connected to your channel. I feel like I might have connected to your channel recently. And I will make sure I wrote it down and make sure I am. I might know exactly your channel. I might just not remember right now. I am kind of tired, I think. That could be my excuse. From Cali, bro. Oh, he's in Cali. Are you originally from the Philippines? Are you originally from the Philippines? My wife is Filipino American, and she has family in California. I've been there actually. The West preaching human rights, yet the only support we get is military presences and peacekeeping mission, and homosexuality as a human right. Shh. I think we're on the same page, man. From Peanuts before a few years ago. So, like I was going to say, making the connection, China actually controls a lot of the Philippines. And China, if you go to the Philippines, they actually control a lot of the factories, a lot of the businesses, and they have a lot of control to a point where I would say it's an unhealthy amount of control. I believe in sovereignty of nations, and not getting too much into it, racial, and then broken down to even more so specifically ethnic sovereignty. I believe Sweden's natural resources should benefit Sweden. I believe Libya's natural resources should benefit Libya. I believe in you know, other countries being able to invest and have businesses in other countries. I believe in that. That's all great and fine, but they should do it in a way that respects the host peoples, the host nation, and raises the standard of living for the people there. It's very simple. It's very simple. I own a restaurant. My wife and I own a restaurant. I could pay our employees next to nothing. And that's fair. Actually fair. They don't work here then. If they don't want to take it, don't work here. That's fine. Because they can compete. But then the other restaurant down the street might pay them more money. We're competing for labor as a human resource. Labor is a human resource. It's a resource. So if our West restaurant was wildly successful, I could pay them tiny amount of money, just enough amount of money to keep them, and that would be actually moral. It would be fine. But it's not nice, and it's not moral in a sense that I think that if we are doing well, and you can go real like I don't want to go left wing with this because I'm not left wing, but if we're doing well, I believe we should reward them, and they should be growing also indexed according to our wealth. I don't believe I owe them a percentage of all of our profits. I don't, because I took the risk. My wife and I took the risk and the reward of our money, our time, whatever, to open this restaurant, and we're grinding and everything else. But at the same time, it should just be human nature to just reward people for their work and their efforts and what they do and what they produce. And share your frustration, my friend. Philippines will be going to bomb China soon. No way. I don't think Philippines ever bomb China. That would be a death wish. Experienced Africans, my email is in my channel description. France has taken uranium in Niger that Niger has no electricity. Yeah, it's horrible. London Bridge is built from tin from my country, Nigeria, and yet we have such a bridge and no compensation. Yep, it's ridiculous. There's a lot of stuff you were talking about that will get taken down or banned on YouTube. You know, there's a lot of stuff you were talking about that will get taken down or banned on YouTube. That's sad. I believe in freedom of speech completely, no matter what, always. All speech. Like talking about certain groups that control the world. Oh, are you saying because I talk about that? Because I think I've mentioned things. Were you talking about experienced Africans talking about that? Me too. True, bro. Look for EDCA 2023. We are preparing for war. I mean, that's maybe laughable in the sense that it's crazy. Like, wow, that's crazy. Like, really? Like, that's wild. I don't know. That might be stupid or foolish laughing, but I don't know. I don't think war is funny. I think that's horrible. And if the Philippines bombed China, then well, I would say it'd be horrible for the Philippines. I was referring to Africans comment. Oh, okay. Oh, comment like in the live stream comment, but yours too. Laugh out loud. My verbal comment. That I had a verbal comment. Speaking against the rainbow, that'll get you banned. Delete effect. Oh, I understand. Yeah, going Hawaii in 3 weeks for a month. That's awesome. EDCA from YouTube. We are preparing for war by 2025. EDCA. I'll look that up. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe to my verbal comment. Yeah. I don't know. I such a video about the rainbow and it's monetized. Oh yeah, there's stuff out there. I mean, there's people that you could say things and whatever. I mean, everything I'm saying just could be a joke. I'm just joking, 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 joking. Wow. Um, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I assume Freedom by Me was just looking out at experienced Africans and just trying to like give you the heads up. I think Freedom by Me is all about freedom. And I made a remark and he's just like trying to, I believe that he would think that you should be able to say whatever you want. I think he said First Amendment absolutist or whatever. I believe in freedom of speech and this don't take this the wrong way. Let's just say I believe in I'm not even gonna say it. Now I'm being more careful maybe because of what Freedom by Me said, but I believe in freedom of all speech. All speech. Unless it literally directly hurts people in the sense of like, oh, there's a fire, and people run away from what this is somebody says is a fire and they get injured from running away from like no fire, if that makes any sense. Or like, you know, citing a riot or something like that. But even then, what actually, you know what? I'm not gonna get into it. I'm not gonna get into it. Because who's to say what kind of riot? It could be moral riot, I don't know. Um, that could be also that definition could be skewed and any type of protest could be, which could be maybe a good protest, could be, you know, just fine as a riot. Just saying, I'm just probably going to stop talking about that stuff or that thing or those things. Yeah, we should let people talk so we know who hates us. Oh yeah, yeah, as well as support, as well as support us. Well, for sure. You're the bleach blonde dude in your channel. You have to try to be on the edge, not one side. Let the viewer share their opinion. Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, the only time I won't, again, when it comes to talking about God, when it comes, talking about our faith, I won't bend when it comes to talking about God. I won't bend when it comes to talking about our faith. I try not to get into politics. I'm a little more into philosophy, and I do respect all people's opinions when it comes to politics and philosophy, because they a lot of times they're just opinions. Um, and yeah, I try not to get into anything really too serious. I don't want to censor my beliefs in the pursuit of money and everything else. I don't want to be like, whatever. But if I could, I do try to stay away from certain topics just because I want to really get into it. And I feel like if I can grow, maybe I feel like if I can grow the channel and reach more people, then I might use the platform then to do those types of things, more controversial things. I might then be, maybe, I don't know, necessarily don't know. Reach more people, then maybe I could help more people, maybe making money and just staying away from certain subjects. And that might be necessarily bad. Silence could be bad when it comes to certain topics, but maybe staying silent for long enough so I could make money and help other people in other ways might be worth it, and I can create a net gain, a net positive. So it might be silent, that might not be good, that might be bad even though I don't believe in doing bad things in order to do good things. I don't believe in that, but it gets really, really philosophical. Maybe just not getting into certain things, not picking certain fights, certain arguments, or whatever, will allow our channel to grow so we can help other people and do more things and do more good. Hopefully, do no bad. Definitely do, you know, definitely would like to do at least more good than bad, but definitely, definitely would, more so would like to do no bad and just do good. And that's the goal. I don't want to do anything bad. I don't want to hurt people. Wanderlala, hello, welcome, welcome, welcome. Reading about me, I'm Team Jesus, but I don't judge people by their religion. I go by actions and their words. For sure, I agree. I do believe that people can only be saved through Jesus, by Jesus. But I do. People have their own things. The Holy Spirit works through them at their own times, their own lives, their own paths, whatever. I don't judge them. I love all of God's children. But my belief is I think they will not be saved without Jesus. not gonna lie. I'm not gonna say, whatever. I um cool. Good to see you folks connecting. I am well, Wanda Lala. How are you? Lots of Mark the Sharks out there. Mark Sharks. Um so yeah, I stay true to our faith and at the same time try to just avoid certain topics and all that because it's not worth it. And also face to face is the best way to volley certain types of discussions. I'm not going to get into politics or people typing on my phone on the computer. It's just really it doesn't even work. It's not even efficient. And sometimes those conversations you need a decent a lot of time maybe to really explain yourself thoroughly so things are not misunderstood. It's not just a blurb or a bullet pointed piece of information. It's like how could I argue for a certain type of economic thinking or school of thought in a few sentences. I'm not going to write essays on YouTube. I already write a lot. It's just sometimes just not the best place to get into stuff. Yeah, I avoid politics. First of all, politics are garbage. That's how I avoid politics. All politics are garbage. Left wing, right wing, it's all garbage. It's all illusory dichotomies meant to divide and distract. Straight up. Straight up. In America, the left wing, communism heavy and fast. The right wing, communism light and slow. Straight up. That's the direction where it's all headed. Um, that's my reality. That's as far as I'll go. And I will never say I like communism. My faith, I'll never bend on that. I'm also never going to say I like communism. Never. History has proven communism to be absolutely horrible. And I will get into the whole, I'm not going to get into how, it's never been done right, whatever. It never been done right, never will, because it's inherently flawed. Yeah. Let's go back to how to make about money. That's awesome. I despise communism. Yeah, I do too. Yeah, with a passion. Yeah, you missed Papsy Garden. We were talking about money earlier. We talked about a lot of random things, a lot of miscellaneous things. But yeah, definitely try to avoid certain things. And it's just not the place. It's not the best forum for that type of exchange. It's not the best platform for that type of exchange, and it's probably going to be fruitless and useless. Fruitless. It's going to be useless to have those discussions unless you have face to face. It's something about face to face. I think it's a better way of communicating, or even on the phone. Maybe might be better than just typing or whatever. But it's very important to make sure you have enough time. So if you're going to open up that can of worms and get into something like politics, have enough time to really listen and talk, listen and talk, to go slow, to not digress, to attack each thing or discuss each thing as it comes up, because you need time to really get in those things thoroughly and make sure you're explaining yourself well. We are close enough to do a collab sale get together at some point. Absolutely. Absolutely. I would love that actually. That would be amazing. I would love that. Speaking of making money in the Philippines, if I had some extra money 5 years ago, 10 years ago, I would have loved to invest in property in the Philippines. I was thinking of making money, and then I was thinking of the Philippines, not making money in the Philippines. I made the connection between the Philippines and making money in the Philippines. Because when I went to the Philippines in Manila, the amount of building that they were doing was impressive. Impressive. Not just like houses, I'm talking like hotels, like serious development going on. And from what I saw, and that was about 5, almost 6 years ago, around 6 years ago, give or take. 6 years ago, or back, or 6 years ago, or less, or more than 6 years ago is when I went. And it was incredible, the amount of development there. And you could get like a condo. You could get a condo for like, I think $20,000, like in Manila. And I'm pretty sure that's like a serious number. Never been to Philippines, but I knew a lot of Filipinos in Hawaii. That's cool. Yes, they have a lot of people of Filipino ancestry in Hawaii. Of the martial arts that I've studied, Kempo, like Kempo karate, Kempo Jiu-Jitsu, Kaju Kembo, which are all similar slash the same, depending on how you look at it. A lot of the origin that to America came through Hawaii. There was Filipino martial arts and Filipinos that were connected to Kempo's early embryonic start. Property is cheap in Hawaii. I thought Hawaii is expensive. I thought property was expensive in Hawaii. I thought property living in Hawaii. Maybe things are expensive in Hawaii, but property is cheap. Hawaii is the extension of the Philippines. 30%. Saying like 30% of the people in Hawaii have Filipino ancestry. Lots of pretty Filipino girls. Well, I have to say, I think, I mean, my wife, she's Filipino, and I think she's absolutely beautiful. And I do think Filipinos, they have a lot of pretty women. They do. I think they do. And sincerely, it's not just that they're pretty. Their culture, their subculture, how they are, how they treat men, and how they are. Easygoing, and this is a generalization. Easygoing, fun, lively. For me, this is important. A lot of them are Christians. I mean, Catholic, which all right, shouldn't go there. Shouldn't go there. But they're Christians, and many of them are Christians, and so you'll find a lot of them share a certain type of morality, and they know how to treat a man, and they're just great. Family-oriented people, experienced Africans. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Wife is from New Jersey. Awesome. The rest of Hawaii is expensive. Big Island is reasonable. Interesting, interesting. Wait a minute. Freedom by me. Is your wife Filipino American? I mean, you don't have to answer that. I mean, I don't know if it's a private question or not. I'm just curious. Did you mention from Jersey? Property in the Philippines is an awesome investment, for sure. For sure. For sure. Because there's a lot of international money. There's a lot of American retirees that have money, have nice money, a lot of business done there, and there's a lot of international money. And in the Philippines, I feel like, there's trends when it comes to travel, and actually experienced Africans, you might be interested in this because you're interested in travel. Oh, that's cool. Freedom by me. She's a black girl from New Jersey. Awesome. Awesome. Yeah, well, we're from New York. My wife is a Filipino American from Queens, New York, man. Have lots of Filipino friends here, and tourism is great. Yeah, and yeah, tourism is great. But here's the thing. Talking about travel, it's interesting because I think there's like trends when it comes to travel. Like I think I don't know, whatever. Let's make the number up. Say 5 to 10 years ago, Thailand was the place. Everyone Thailand. Everyone was going to Thailand. People didn't know where Thailand was on the map. I want to go to Thailand. Maybe they had a Thai restaurant. I want to go to Thailand. I shouldn't make fun of them for that. I shouldn't. And I don't really even mean that in a bad way, because whatever piques their interest and gets them to go places is great. I'm perhaps making fun of just trends and people just doing what everyone else does, because I don't think life is all about just doing exactly what everyone does and what's popular and what famous people do. But Thailand was popular. And then the Philippines, people discovered the Philippines. And like Palawan, I believe, is one of the places. Like all of a sudden it's like they just discovered it and it became popular, and people want to go to the Philippines and stuff like that, because I think it was I think Turks and Caicos was like number 1 or 2 for like most beautiful beaches, and like the Philippines, and it was Palawan, for example, was number 1 or number 2. But then they became like known for like the most beautiful beaches in the world. But when I went to the Philippines, it's just beautiful, beautiful. Like we went to a Starbucks, and like just a random Starbucks in a road, and literally the Starbucks has like I don't know if it's called a veranda. I could totally be using that word incorrectly, but I don't know. Balcony, whatever, little deck area, whatever, outside area. You can get your Starbucks and go into the back and look at some like beautiful lake with a volcano in the middle of the lake, surrounded by all this beautiful green, lush trees and vegetation. just beautiful. And I don't know if it's something about the latitude, longitude, Western Hemisphere, Eastern Hemisphere, where it's located, but it just happened to be that the Philippines, when I was there, had beautiful sunsets. Beautiful sunsets. And I don't know if that's something that is different where you go in the world. I should know enough about earth science and physics and to actually probably answer that. Apogee, perigee, distance from the sun, whatever. Axis, tilt. I should know enough about that to think about it, maybe figure it out, but I don't know. I'm telling you, when I was there, I saw, I'm assuming whoever if it was paying attention noticed too. Might have noticed too, but I saw some beautiful sunsets when I was there. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And the food, forget about it. Now we're talking about the Philippines. Lots of Filipino friends here in Torrance is great. We bought our first property in 2012 there. Grow some peanuts, take a bath 2 times a day. Yeah, they're very clean. I've heard a thing mentioned about like Asian women in general. Like, if you want to impress Asian women, like be clean. They're big on that, like hygiene, cleanliness, and all that. Being groomed. I could see that being true. At least my wife is, I'm assuming the words would be well groomed, very clean, takes care of herself. Let's visit Philippines before 2020. I shouldn't have laughed at that. Oh, Pepsi. Well, hey, listen. I mean, if they bomb China in 2025, then yeah, I would recommend visiting the Philippines before 2025. Actually, whatever I said about maybe saying it might be a good investment or was a good investment to buy property in the Philippines, might want to revisit that thought. I had my property posted on my channel. I posted it about 2 years ago. And Mark the Shark, I think I remember being on your channel, if I remember now, but it wasn't recently, perhaps. I think I remember Hawaii and perhaps video of real estate or a house or something, or your brother's house or something like that. I don't know if that was your channel or not. If so, I have been connected to you, if you're who I think you might be. And if I did watch that video, that was a while ago, months ago, a year ago, more than then. I don't remember when. And I don't even know if that was your video. I love Hawaii, but not the laws. It might go up again on real estate every time U.S. military base were built. We have 9 big bases now, and U.S. want more sites. Military industrial complex? Anyone? That's all I'll say for now. About that topic for now. I think we need to spend less money on the military. That's all I'll say. We could be very formidable and spend less money. But the powers that be spend too much money in pretty much every way, or many ways. Right? I'll say many ways to be fair. Powers that be spend too much money in many ways. Okay, guys, I'm out of here. Have a great night. Have a great night. Not a fan of War Machine either. Yeah, we could talk. Freedom by me. I would love to pick your brain, man. Learn from you and love to chat and tell you some things. I think my opinions. We could probably get into some things. Mahalo experience. What does mahalo mean? Mahalo. It's like a greeting. What does mahalo mean? Mahalo. Heard of that before. Take care. I'm going to live in the jungle like Gillian or Jillian. I don't know who Gillian or Jillian is. Well, let me tell you, living in the jungle, that's tough. Living in the wilderness, in the woods, like Appalachia in America, down south, okay, whatever. Swamps, that seems tough. Jungle? The jungle is like straight up everything that lives in the jungle wants to kill you. Straight up. Like, that's like walking barefoot in the jungle. Like, people that live in the jungles, man, they're tough. They're tough. Seriously tough. Like, the insects, everything, forget about it. Freedom by me, I'm sending you a mail. Awesome. Mahalo. Thank you. Oh, that's cool. Mahalo. Thank you. Very cool. Thank you for explaining that, Martha Shark. Not in Hawaii. The jungle. Martha Shark, you have a kind heart. Appreciate. I'm just here. Thank you, Wanderlala. You're awesome. Thank you so much. I'm actually going to wrap this up. I really probably should have been on the road, but I was having fun talking to you awesome people. Listen, and we talked about some real things in here. And yes, money was discussed, but that could be just a launching point for discussion. That could be and/or just a way to pique interest in the topic and get people to check out the live. I'm not trying to trick people, but topic people might be interested in, and maybe they'll join the live. If they like it, they can stay. If not, then they can leave. But I actually did want to talk about money, and we did a little bit here and there. We got into some other topics, and that's totally fine. I don't mind digressing. I don't mind talking about whatever you folks really want to talk about, and I don't mind talking about other things that I want to talk about if it's not, you know, the topic of the live. Just going with the flow, just chilling. Um, but yeah, I mean, definitely, yes, we did discuss money for sure. Definitely had fun talking about a lot of different things, and I'm happy with happy that everybody stopped by. I'm happy with the things I've learned. Happy with the things that I will research, that I will look up, and I'm happy with the reminder to make these awesome connections and show support to you awesome people. And I'm just very very happy. I really do feel great when I do these lives, and I appreciate all of you folks. Using StreamYard will get more people involved so you can have like a panel. I'd love to have the panel. I like to do that like as soon as possible and have you on the panel. That would be awesome. I'd love to have every one of you on the panel, straight up. Like maybe not all at one time, but I'd like to at one point or another have every one of you on the panel. I'd like to. I'm open. Let's do it. Um, and then I'll try to like schedule lives better. I think that'll be better for getting more people to be here. And as more people, as I do more lives, maybe more people will be interested and jump on board and check it out. Maybe they'll enjoy themselves and they see if there's another live that we're doing. Maybe they'll be more willing to join the live. But hope you awesome people have a great night, great morning, great afternoon, great evening, whatever it is, wherever you are. And a sincere thank you to all of you. Thank you very much. Take care, everybody. Try different times also. Gotcha, Mark. Thank you, sir.